2012. And in recent interviews, Dolly said she would spend quite a bit of time here visiting Atlanta over the years, including frequent trips to see longtime friend and former 9 to 5 co-star Jane Fonda, who called Atlanta home. Now, of course, there were numerous concerts and shows, including her last one back in 2011 in Alpharetta. And in recent interviews, Dolly thanked us for always making the drive up to support her parks in eastern Tennessee. Keith Cromwell, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump orders flags to fly at half staff for 1 week in honor of Dolly Parton. It is 88 degrees in Atlanta. When will we see a return of rain chances? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A plan to boost micro-transit options in Cobb County is up for a vote tonight.
For 2 years, South Cobb residents have had access to a micro-transit pilot program. Now, with demand increasing, County DOT Director Drew Ressler says it's time to grow.
South Cobb has provided trips to daily shopping and to medical. We look forward to seeing how an expanded zone and a new zone in Ackworth-Kennesaw can provide the same.
According to an analysis, the expansions would provide access to more than 105,000 additional residents. Opponents have argued the routes are not a good use of taxpayer dollars. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A 79-year-old man from Marietta is killed in a collision with a school bus in Woodstock. Stacy Brown with the city of Woodstock says the man's vehicle hit a school bus at the intersection of Main Street and Highway 92.
2 of the 22 juvenile passengers on the school bus sustained minor injuries. One of them was released to their parent, and the other was transported to a local hospital by EMS.
The cause of the crash is under investigation. A former Metro Atlanta mail carrier is sentenced to prison time for stealing mail.
It was folks in the Smyrna area who first noticed missing or stolen mail. An investigation in 2024 by the U.S. Postal Service uncovered surveillance video that showed 44-year-old Melissa McAfee taking the mail while on her route. She was swiping checks and gift cards that amounted to more than $1 million. She's been sentenced to 2 years in federal prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release, and she was ordered to pay restitution. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A Georgia nonprofit is helping families in need move from extended stay motels into stable housing. St. Vincent de Paul's Motel to Home program has helped 1,000 families across 40 Georgia counties. Program manager Heidi Evely says there are a lot of financial barriers preventing families from renting.
Affordable housing is a huge, huge gap between what the salaries are in the metro and what housing costs are.
The nonprofit has invested over $2 million to assist families with move-in expenses and keep them housed. It is now 3:03 and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Still watching a lingering crash in the right lane heading out of Midtown into Northeast Atlanta. Bill, 85 northbound at the Beaver Spring Connector, exit 86. Not doing any favors to you on the downtown ride northbound. 75, 85 north slowing back at University Avenue. Southbound delays, it's just volume filling in from 17th Street down to I-20. On I-75 southbound in Clayton County, they're picking up the last few construction barrels from the right lane below Forest Parkway. 20 westbound is in recovery mode, leaving Riverside Parkway out in Alithia Springs due to an earlier crash past Thornton Road, exit 44, that has cleared out of the left lane. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Mostly sunny and dry today with a high of 95. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with increasing humidity levels and an isolated rain shower possible, high 92. Mostly cloudy on Thursday with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms.
Right now it's 89 in Sandy Springs, 86 in Lawrenceville, and 92 in College Park. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Surrounded by the doctrinaires, Tim Andrews is here, Autumn Fisher is here, George Clark is here, Jared Yamamoto is here, and let me tell you, there are people who are frightened. There are people who are frightened today, and we need to address it, because frightened people can be scary, especially when the frightened people are very stupid. You know, when stupid people get frightened, anything can happen. Intelligent people get frightened, bad things can happen. But there are some stupid people who are very frightened. That's why it's very important that the people who aren't stupid and frightened are aware of the fact that some are stupid and frightened. Good name for the show today, Stupid and Frightened.
Got it.
Here's a headline from the Daily Mail. Blood red moon over U.S. sparks Armageddon fears as biblical prophecy appears to unfold. Yes, it says here by the Daily Mail, biblical prophecy appears to unfold. We're going to have...
Are the horsemen here yet?
Well,
yeah, what are the other signs?
Well, you got to start with the blood red moon, and then you unleash, and then you get the 4 horsemen, and then you get the Hydra-headed lady coming out of the water, and all that stuff. But apparently, because the transit of the Earth and the moon and whatever else is involved in this,
Mercury being
Mercury,
in retrograde.
that's right, whatever.
That just ended.
We get a blood red, almost full lunar eclipse. Blood red, though.
Mm.
And apparently, according to Daily Mail, biblical prophecy appears to unfold. So, now look.
Does that mean they're going to sacrifice the red heifer under the red moon and then kick off World War?
I think first of all, you have the blood red moon,
right,
and then you just resort to the chronology of Revelations.
Right.
That's, it's just. But you get the blood red moon. Now, have we had blood red moons before? Oh, I would think we would have several.
Yes,
in the last 2,000 years or so, I would imagine they've happened quite often. But this one, there are some stupid people who are very scared.
We should be really scared.
Armageddon is on its way, and you'll know by the color of the moon.
Don't want to close my eyes.
I'm going to get in it.
The moon, because the Hydra's coming.
So that's the way, I guess, now, the way that the interesting thing is, if you have cloud cover while this is going on, Armageddon doesn't come to your region.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like that.
you have to see the blood red moon.
Okay, what if I just don't look at it? Because what's the difference between like a cloud covering it and then me deciding not to see
It'll
it?
still fry you if there's no clouds.
Yeah, I think that the difference is your willful ignorance
Oh.
is not the same thing as
As like
a
nature taking over
nature
with the cloud.
deciding that this is the place where Armageddon isn't going to manifest.
So now I didn't think that Armageddon would be so localized.
Well, this is what we're learning.
Okay.
There will be Armageddon-free zones, apparently. This is part of something that we're just learning now. And it's all based on the fact of if you cannot see the blood red moon.
Seems to me that we should all get those cloud-making machines. You know what I'm talking about that Dubai has?
Yeah.
And that way we protect ourselves by producing clouds that would block
Then
us
we
from
just
seeing
flood
the
ourselves with frogs.
Oh, no.
Well, then, listen, hold on.
I didn't think about that.
You got to choose. What would you rather have, a neighbor who's a frog, or would you rather have Armageddon?
Well, I like French people.
See? So it's just a matter of just moving them all over the world.
How about locusts?
Locusts can be rough. However, they do. How long could they? They come in, they eat all the wheat, and then they're gone, right? I mean,
Well, they could eat the kudzu, get rid of that. That would be nice.
Yeah, perhaps they'll take
Yeah,
out a
but
few
then it would
stink
look real
bugs.
boring around, Like it'd be like naked trees.
It's not
without the
boring.
kudzu all over 'em.
If those locusts can take out I would like to find out that they enjoy eating stink bugs. And then, we could have a plague of locusts that isn't quite a plague. It was actually pretty a pleasant of locusts is what they'll call it.
I've never encountered a stink bug.
What?
That has that stinks. I've never had an issue with a stink bug.
For the longest time, I could not smell stink bugs. And
I've
then,
never smelled a stink
And then all of a sudden, I started smelling stink bugs. But in the
wonder
beginning,
what happened.
I don't know. Maybe they.
Because I want it to happen to me.
Or
and
stink
see,
bug
like,
deficient.
I think you're smelling them. You just don't know what they smell like.
Well, I would notice a smell
It's
and then see the bug.
Yeah, but see, it's more like it is a smell you have encountered. It's in America. It's been here for a while, but it's very difficult for me to describe the smell of a stink bug. I would say almost like there's like a sawdust kind of. Like if sawdust was pungent, that's the way that I would put it.
I like the smell of a Home Depot.
Well,
it's a little bit,
but it's like if it's too much,
zingier than that.
Yeah, it's like a pungent sawdust,
tangy.
a zingy, tangy sawdust. That's the only way that I can describe it.
Tangy is a taste, though. So
yeah,
it's a sharper.
You only smell them when you smush them. If you
you smell them if you get near them.
Oh, see,
I've never smushed them.
I only take them and I put them outside.
I think he's right.
I think
that they smell when you smush them.
No, if you hit one and it goes flying away, it'll spray you.
Right. Okay. But it's what you've started the chain of violence there.
I had a cat that used to catch them, and then my whole apartment would stink.
What? Cats usually hate them. They try to.
Well, yeah, but he didn't know what it was, and they're not smart enough to remember.
Right.
So he would go after it and bite it and carry it, and then.
Yeah, and then it'd be all over your house.
Cute.
Listen,
bring some into your house.
You're a very strange person.
I mean, I don't keep them as pets, but I pick them up and release them.
I've never had a rendered pork plant next to my house.
I mean,
I like the way it smells.
I mean, I've never kept them as pets. No one asked. All right,
this one's stinky. This is stinky too.
Was anybody asking if Autumn kept stink bugs as pets? But listen, you're being a little defensive about it, but I guess it's nice to be on the record and let people know that you've never had a stink bug as a pet.
I mean, I've never fantasized about a stink bug or anything.
I am willing to fight for your honor anyone who claims that you have ever kept a stink bug as a pet.
I've never kept a stink bug. I've never sexually, thought about a stink bug.
Okay, see, now this is more information that nobody asked about.
I've never thought about a stink bug being like human sized and maybe holding hands.
See, these are things that no one's asked about, and this is why people.
Right.
But wait, I think it is important that you're on the record that you have never fantasized about holding hands, perhaps being flirtatious with a human-sized stink bug,
or even like maybe being taken care of by a giant stink bug. Like I've never had
arms around you. Like
so many arms.
So many arms to hug you.
Yes. And then, Home Depot.
What is it? Autumn is good. Is there a fetish for this? Can I dial? No, I mean the Home Depot thing. You brought it up 2 or 3 times. Is there a fetish for this? Are there women who are, making surreptitious videos for online distribution in the garden center of the Home Depot?
Kink Depot is saying.
So it is a thing.
That's where I get all my chains.
Or Dom Depot.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a fetish for anything.
They do sell ropes and chains there.
Whips and chains,
Impact toys like free paint stirrers.
Well, listen, if you think about it, the hardware store.
Yeah.
If you lived in a town that didn't, now you have online stuff and people buy all their sex stuff online. But back in
you had to go to Western Auto back in the 80s.
Yeah, back in the day when it was brick and mortar kinkiness.
Right.
People would the hardware store would be the place that was the closest thing to like where you could get materials that you might be able to work into fun time.
You all got leather and PVC pipe?
Yes, we do, sir.
I'll be down.
I'm looking for a series of tubing.
People are buying this so much. We have a section over there where we put all of our best leather goods and our best.
I want to mail order a sturdy shed for the backyard. I got things I want to keep in it.
Shovel, gasoline.
You got. Well, it's like people have always had their like places to go. Like guys have always
soundproof, right?
Guys have always had their places to go. I before I got into radio, when I was younger, I was into the medium of radio a lot. Not so much like the content, but I was into like listening to what was that long wave? Shortwave radio. Sorry, regular. This is long wave. Shortwave radio, and I just like the idea of hearing radio stations from other countries.
Yeah, it was cool.
Whatever. Yeah, it was really great. And so getting into the lore of all of it, you find out about the original Radio Shacks, which the reason it was called a Radio Shack, the reason the Radio Shack was called Radio Shack, because back in the beginning of radio, your amateur hobbyist, they would have like, and especially like in England and in America, they'd have like little shacks that they'd build in the backyard where they would go tool around with their radios and stuff.
My grandpa had a ham radio, and I wasn't allowed to touch it.
Yeah, my guess is...
Get away from that.
My guess
Don't
is
touch that, Jimmy.
That was also a nice excuse to tell your wife, I'm going out to the Radio Shack and spend a couple hours out there. Maybe you got a couple of magazines waiting for you out there somewhere.
Hey, it was multi-use before multi-use.
Men have always had a place to go.
X5612 broadcasting from Berlin. She's real sweet. We're just friends, honey.
Yeah, I got to spend a couple hours out in the Radio Shack, honey.
What happens if you accidentally left the mic on when you're in there multitasking?
Well, I'll bet it's happened. I bet you look.
That's a violation. No swearing.
The modern equivalent would have been Jeffrey Toobin.
Yes.
A few years ago. That would be the modern equivalent, but I'm sure it did happen. Somebody left an open mic while And by the way, don't you leave an open mic while doing that, because we will not air it, because this here show is living under the auspices of the Federal Communications Commission. Pal, Buster,
gal,
all media,
lady.
All media but us is in the modern era. We're in 1950.
What do you mean?
All other media, there's no limits as to what you can do. But
I know. Yeah, I
we're
know.
the only one.
Well, you say there's no limits, but YouTube content creators will tell you that there are limits.
Yeah.
They'll let you do anything. It's just if you do some things, nobody's going to see your video. So, I don't know about being able to say anything. They tried. What's the alternative to YouTube?
Rumble.
Yeah. Like that had a moment where they could have done something over there, and they just chose not to. It seems like they had a moment there where it was like, yeah, you can come here and you could say what you want. And then it got – the problem is when you have one of those kind of situations like Wild West stuff, the gangsters are going to show up first. And if the gangsters show up first, then nobody else is going to move into the town. And that's exactly what happened to Rumble. They had like 2 shows worth watching of like interesting people doing political analysis, and the rest was Nutsville. Yeah. I mean, just insanity. Beyond insanity. I mean, some of these things I would watch and I wouldn't even understand it. Some of that was generational. Just like Rumble has all of these channels where you tune in and it's like some guy, usually between 40 and 60, and he's down in one corner, and there's like 16 different boxes of things going on. And the guy's like maybe playing a game or something, and it's always super right wing or whatever. And there's like in 4 of the 16 panels is like Pepe the Frog in different colors, and they're all moving, and it's just looks like it's like a right wing acid trip. It's
and there's some people who watch it and enjoy it. I turn it on and it just hurts my eyes.
But what is it? I don't even. I turn it on. I'm like to me, I might as well be an anthropologist from the year 2077, just watching it, going, what exactly what explains this?
Well, you had to find the screen that you like of the 16, and you just watched that one.
Is that what you did? The whole thing just seemed just random nonsense. And then there'll be like, a couple of panels that'll have like an eagle with an American flag behind it. And then the guy is like playing some kind of video game and, talking about how Hillary Clinton needs to be in jail. And it's just like I just try to put the whole presentation together in my mind, and I'm just like, this is if it's like MAGA on an LSD trip, which that's the only thing I can put together is like, how do people just like watch this for hours at a time? Apparently not, because Rumble's not doing very well.
No, I'd say Twitch has moved back into that space. Remember, it was Twitch for a while. That was kind of the second tier to YouTube.
Does Twitch get really political? I know that leftist guy is on Twitch, right?
Yeah,
Who's
Hassan. Well, he got kicked off of YouTube, didn't he?
Right,
Yeah,
but I mean,
Twitch.
I don't mean him. I mean, there's a guy that's got one name.
Destiny?
Yes, isn't he on Twitch? Isn't he a
I
big
don't know
liberal
where he's
guy?
at. Yeah, but he is a big liberal guy.
He might be on what is the Twitch thing that's not Twitch?
There's Kick and
Kick. He might be on Kick. Yeah.
Clav owns that though.
Clav?
Clavicular.
Oh, is he off of Kick?
He's
So
he
when
runs Kick.
when I see like clavicular, like on a daily basis, like if people. Eric Von Hassler, for whatever that means, one thing about it, is 5 days a week you can tune in from 3 to 7 on WSB and you'll hear the show. On a daily basis, If I'm a clavicular fan, I tune in to Kick and watch him play video games. Is that how the...
Right now he's doing a tour of college towns. So he's going to your frat house or your sorority house, and he's telling you how to look smacks and pick up women and have fun. And
I think, did you get the sense, and I don't know anything about this guy really except for a few stories I've read, do you get the sense that he's already tired of it and he's stuck inside of this brand thing? I mean, sometimes you can create something that gets you noticed, that makes you rich, but then the other side of that is like selling your soul to the devil kind of thing is that, well, now you got to keep doing this.
What else is he going to do?
All the time. I know.
We don't know if he has any talent other than that.
He has a talent for doing this, for getting attention.
He's only 20, so he's maybe not quite tired of it just yet. Sure.
But I mean, is he really doing the looks maxing thing every day? Like I don't.
No, I don't think so. I think it's part of his shtick at this point.
I like Rizzler.
What if he
better.
gets a? What if? Oh, is he still around? This fat kid? Is he still around?
I hope so.
He's
The
America's
Rizzler?
sweetheart.
Yeah,
Is
there we
he?
go.
Yes.
The Rizzler.
What is he? He like puts his.
Just the cutest little guy.
What is he like? Is he 12 or is he
Probably
24? He could be.
12
He's
now.
somewhere between 12 and 24. I don't know. He's one of those kids that looks like a grown man.
He's 10.
Yeah,
He looks like you could put a construction helmet on him
Yeah.
and he'd be out at like a job site.
All right, let's go.
I think America's currently in love with the bird call kid.
He's old and hat.
Yeah, we're over him. This is great when these kids get famous for 2 minutes. That must be wonderful for the ego. It's like for 2 minutes, everybody's talking about you, and then the moment you try to take a quarter of a victory lap, you're over.
Yeah,
the Hawks just paid him to do a video, and now he's going to minor league games.
Yeah, Sam Henderson is the real deal. He's the GOAT. That's the guy, the bird call kid. And what he's done now.
I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah, that's his name, Sam Henderson. And he.
I call him the bird call kid.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
BCC.
He took.
BCK.
He doesn't need a real name.
BCK. That sounds like a serial killer.
Yeah, it sounds too much like the other.
there's BTK. Okay.
BTK, which is too much like BTS.
And he did bird calls too. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
He took the entire Hawks lineup and he did the
that
calls for all
that
of them.
would bore me to. I can't tell you like the entire Hawks lineup.
That's when he jumped the shark.
The first 2 or 3. I can, it reminds me of one time when NASCAR did their All-Star race in like the early 2000s. This is when NASCAR was on fire. They were the second biggest sport on television, not near the NFL, but still the second biggest sport. And so they had the All-Star race, which has always been a stupid thing in NASCAR because you have All-Star games in other sports because you never see all of the players together. Like you never see all the best players together in other sports. But NASCAR and racing, you see every great driver in every race. They're always racing each other. So it's always stupid to have an all-star race. But this is when the TV ratings were really great in like 2003, 4, somewhere in there. And I remember when they were introducing the drivers, because in that race they introduced I think some 20-some drivers are in the race. And they had a drum line that was going while they introduced each driver. And let me tell you, that drum line was interesting for the first, 3 drivers. But once you get into like 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, so you can get too much, is my point. So the bird call kid, brevity is still the soul of wit. So when you get a bird call kid, what you do, Hawks, I would think, if I was running this kind of thing, you're 2 or 3, maybe you're starting 5. And then you go on like a list after that. You don't have to,
you can tell there were some edits.
It doesn't have to go into bench warmer, who I'm going to see 3 times. Like it gets on your nerves after a while.
Did he do the hawk every time, or did he do a different?
He
bird?
did each bird for the teams that we were playing.
Oh,
Yeah, so he was announcing the schedule.
Yes. The schedule. Meaning not every game, but all the teams we were playing.
Yeah. So
okay.
Because
it's just a little thing. He's got some autism or something.
It's fine. Okay, George, you're being a little harsh, I think.
he's
a one-trick pony.
I like Clav better.
I think he's. Hey, do you follow this Clav? I've noticed since Clav has come around, you're looking pretty good there, George. Are you looks maxing?
I'm looks maxing.
Yeah, he was hitting himself in the face with a hammer Sunday night during the show.
Yes. I thought you guys were just doing it for ratings, but it turns out it's
got a nose job planned for next week.
There you go, little rhinoplasty.
Do it yourself.
It never hurt.
Yeah,
DIY.
Greg will help you with that.
Yeah.
You got to get the bird call kid and some looks maxing.
Yes.
Oh,
bird call.
The younger you start, the
shock
better
jock.
the results.
He needs it.
He's this George Clark. He doesn't like the bird call kid.
No.
We're gonna get him an actual bird beak. It's gonna be cool.
Are you jealous of the bird call? Are you a bird caller yourself that was never recognized? Sounds like I'm saying is I can understand. Oh, is that your? What is that? Is that your?
That's my American seagull.
Okay. But hear that again? That's not
I'm
bad.
working on it.
Look out,
What
bird
about,
call kid.
What about a peacock? Peacocks are easy. You just say help in this really high-pitched way, like, help, help, help.
There you go. I've never heard a peacock in real life. I heard that in real life, I've seen a few at zoos when I was a kid, but
You must. Then you probably heard it. You just didn't know, just like my stink bug.
As a, hey, don't get me on the whole stink bug thing. That's, you're an
What sound do
outlier.
stink bugs
Don't
make?
try to pull me into that whole group of.
Oh, they're loud. Stink
They're
bugs
like,
are so loud.
They're like, oh, please don't hurt me. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes. Stink bugs do have vocal cords. Kind of a strange thing for an insect.
Sorry.
Do insects have? They don't know. They make their noises with different things, right?
Yeah,
their
legs.
their legs and wings.
Yeah.
It'd be great if they had vocal cords. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey.
Hey, don't kill me. You put
Hey,
me
I'm in the
outside.
shower. I'm just drinking the water. I'm not
Right.
going to bite you or anything.
I know you want to step on me, but put me outside.
Have you
Come on.
ever? Here's a word for you: coexistence. Ever heard of it?
I saw what you did last night.
If I could get out of this sink, I would.
Sorry, I guess the fact that I was born offends you somehow.
I hope
that
you don't mind
roach.
Dawn.
I like this. Yeah, belligerent bugs.
Let me suffocate you with soap.
Hey, look, if it could happen. They could finally stand up to us. I mean, look at all the years it took for us to stand up against Canada. But finally, we have a great president who's not afraid of Canada.
Take that, Beaverhead.
The way the other presidents have all been afraid and taken this abuse that Canada has been heaping upon us. I mean, how many conversations have I had in my lifetime with fellow Americans where they just rue those damn Canadians and how they're ruining it? And finally, we have a president who's not afraid of Canada.
Lake America. Let's go.
Oh, no, that's the new one. He's going to change the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America. And you know what?
Let's do it.
Like everything else in this administration, it will have zero effect.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month. Zero down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
We are here with investment advisor Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and co-host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. And Matt, you've said that a lot of adults come to see you and the team at the Vincent Financial Group. They have their portfolio prepared. They need some guidance, but they're missing one major aspect of their retirement strategy.
Most people seem to come into our office without clearly defined goals. They may have, like a broad hope that, hey, I'm hoping that I can retire at this age. And if I can retire at this age and not have to go back to work and maybe travel like a couple times a year, like I think that's maybe what I'm looking for, something like that, which that's great. If that's where you are, a lot of people don't spend tons of time thinking about this, and it sneaks up on you. But what I would tell you is from someone who's trying to put together the puzzle, I'm going to say, those aren't super clearly defined goals. Like, let's drill down on, you say you want to travel. Why? Tell me more. So there's a whole lot more than just like, I'd like to travel. And then once we've gotten to the point where you're kind of upset that we keep asking you about what else you want to do, what other goals do you have? Once you're like, gosh, there's no more, stop asking me. Right. Okay, now maybe we've got a real clear picture of what your goals look like, and then we can kind of work backwards and we can put together a plan.
What do you want out of your retirement? It's your life's work. It's your financial future. And most importantly, how can the team at the Vincent Financial Group help get you there? Call today for your initial no-cost, no-obligation consultation. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. Or get more at retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
These pop-up afternoon thunderstorms, no joke, friends. 1 minute it's sunny, the next you're grabbing buckets for a roof leak. Ugh. Hey, it's Mark Arum here. That's why homeowners like me call Dr. Roof. Need a quick repair? A whole new roof? Dr. Roof brings trusted service, a price match guarantee, and up to a 50-year workmanship warranty, the only one in town. And don't forget to visit drroof.com for coupons. Dr. Roof, ready before the storm hits.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps. Because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for more energy-saving tips.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, remembering an icon.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Country music legend Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. In addition to her music, Dolly built a global brand through her philanthropy, her Dollywood theme park, and her Imagination Library program. Her nephew announced Dolly's death on social media earlier today.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly, Rebecca Parton Dean.
Over her 6-decade career, Parton earned 11 Grammy Awards and sold more than 100 million records worldwide. President Trump says there has never been anyone like her and never will. He's ordering flags to fly at half-staff for 1 week to honor Dolly Parton. Cobb County commissioners consider expanding the county's microtransit program tonight. Cobb DOT Director Drew Ressler says the plan would expand their existing South Cobb service area and create a new zone in the Ackworth-Kennesaw area.
So by expanding into the Kennesaw and Ackworth area, we extend the service area of our transit system. So we create that last mile connectivity.
He says it's a vital option for residents without reliable access to a vehicle, but opponents argue the plan is not a good use of taxpayer dollars. A victim of an investment scam in Cobb County has their cryptocurrency returned thanks to Georgia's white collar and cyber crime unit. The Attorney General's office says the scammer reached out to the victim on social media, claiming to have an investment opportunity on a fake crypto trading platform. After the victim deposited hundreds of thousands of dollars, they were informed all of the money had been lost. The GBI, though, was able to trace a significant portion of the victim's funds to a crypto exchange. As we approach Labor Day weekend, the national average for a gallon of gas is now at $4.08. Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says if that trend holds, that would be a record.
Even if the national average does see slight relief, we'd still have to drop significantly down to $3.83 a gallon to avoid setting a new Labor Day record.
Gas prices in Georgia today averaging about $3.81. It is 3:32 and time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
A little better news heading up through northeast Atlanta, Bill. Earlier crash that was lingering in the right lane, now on the right shoulder, 85 northbound, Buford Spring Connector, exit 86. Still slow, though, through downtown and northbound from University Avenue up toward Midtown. Southbound delays start at the 85-400 merge. They'll stick with you as you head down toward I-20. If you're traveling 85 northbound out of the cabin in Gwinnett, that ride's starting to fill up with some volume from 285 up into Norcross. 400 northbound brake lights find you as well north of 285 in Sandy Springs, and you're going to stay slow up to Northridge Road exit 6, and looking pretty good after that into Roswell and Alpharetta. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Sunny skies and hot today with a high of 95. Lows tonight cooling to the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, increasing humidity levels, partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, high 92. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, highs in the upper 80s.
Right now, 90 in Roswell, 93 in Snellville, and 92 in Union City. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume, how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
A word of caution for motorcycle riders. Remember, 18-wheelers have bigger blind spots, and it takes them longer to stop than a smaller vehicle. Eric Von Hassler here to remind you that if an 18-wheeler forces you to lay your bike down, you need to call in Steel Horse Law. Attorney George Stein is a motorcycle rider, and he understands bikers' needs. Get more info and request a free Rider's Advantage card at steelhorselaw.com.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right. Easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
I didn't realize if we were back or if that was the beginning of a soup commercial. It's Dolly. It's Dolly. It's Jolene. I didn't realize. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. A national treasure, certainly. And, just an American. Just the career of somebody who starts out, talk about rags to riches. Like so many of her contemporaries in country music at that time. But we're going to miss her, Dolly Parton. Hey, at least, I know you're laughing because I put a T at the end. I speak for 20 hours a week. I'm not allowed to make one even slight little thing without Autumn laughing. And, at least made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before it was all
That's right.
Such rock and roller.
Did that metal album.
That was her biggest accomplishment.
Well, I think that probably, yeah. Remember, she tried to say no and they wouldn't let her? Yeah. It was bizarre.
Is that real?
Yeah.
She denied the...
At first, she denied. Look it up. At first, she said, you know what? I appreciate it, but I'm not really a rock and roll artist.
You Philippia.
They came back and they're like, no, you're getting this. And then she went all in and did the album and the whole thing. But she was a true pro. That's something about Dolly Parton. Beyond the music and the poetry and, the narrative, she was a professional. She almost always, when you were in interviews, there's always at least a subtext of almost everything, of being a professional, working hard, understanding what it takes to make a career, and then not being arrogant about it, understanding that you can do all of those things, and many people do all of those things and do it right, and it doesn't work out. Just because you do everything right doesn't mean it's going to work out. That's the thing, Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff on YouTube keeps coming up in my algorithm, where it's all these people who have been successful telling you how to do it. Well, here's the truth. The truth is that a lot of people do what they did and it still didn't work. But it's difficult to get there without doing it the right way. So it's always when I pick this up from interviews of Dolly Parton about the professionalism and all of that, that's still useful, even if it didn't work out the first time you did something, being a professional. Because what happens is you still learned how to be a professional, and somewhere along the line, it'll probably be applied to something else that will work out. And so it's a weird, I know everybody's going to go over the music. The music is the music. Her poetry is her poetry. It's fantastic. I have to say that one of the things that always drew me to Dolly Parton's personality was this sort of professionalism. And she would speak about it quite often. So it was something she obviously enjoyed talking about, was how to do it. And I'm sure you'll hear stories, for the next couple of weeks from other artists, musicians and otherwise, who have learned from her how to do it right. And again, although that did get me thinking about the other thing, which is something that's been on my mind lately, is that this thing on YouTube, and I'm sure I'm not on TikTok or these things. I don't have any social media apps on my phone. I just watch YouTube like it's television. But there's a thing where these experts who have done it are going to show you how to do it. And I mean, there's some value. I guess there's some value. Look, there's value in listening to successful people, But just because it worked out for them doesn't mean it would work out for you if you just went and did the same exact things that they did. And there seems to be an idea about that.
Like the Steve Martin comedy, I guess it's like a training session. Yeah, masterclass.
Yeah, well, even the concept of master classes. Now, again, you can learn things. I watched sometimes these things get leaked out. And so David Lynch's master class was out,
Be weird.
But it's like okay, I can learn something from that. I'm not going to be the next David Lynch.
Can you say cut? Good job. You're on your way.
And then you also get the idea that is this kind of a money grab? He was kind of older when he did it. It's in his schedule. Okay, I got a couple of weeks where I got to go do this masterclass stuff. And I'm sure he gets into it, but seems slightly half-hearted. It's more like I'm going to sit in front of the camera and talk.
At least the master classes are taught by true masters. There's a lot of people out there that just pretend to be successful and then sell you their course, and they.
Tony Robbins made a career out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, there's.
I lost weight, and now you can too if you pay $99 a month.
Everybody's going. Yeah, those are the worst ones on YouTube where it's somebody you've never heard of, and they're telling you they're successful. Like you don't know. It's like, have I ever bought a product from you? No. But they're telling you that they're successful. And you can, if you follow my 17-step program.
Buy the book.
Yeah. Buy the book.
Buy the online course.
Yeah. There's nothing more pathetic at a Barnes & Noble. Is that the one that's still around our borders?
Barnes & Noble's still there, yeah.
Except for the one in Atlanta that just closed.
Yeah, well.
And you know what? That's going to be a racetrack, a giant racetrack.
Well, finally. That's what we need. No, that's what we need. That's what we need in the city.
Station.
We need a gas station with 152 pumps.
Exactly.
That is what we need. What are we talking about? What was it going to?
Barnes & Noble.
Oh, yeah, Barnes & Noble. Yeah. So one of the most saddest things in the world is to, just see that area around self-help, the self-help area in any bookstore. It's just, I'm convinced that you could, if you had access to the security cam that was pointed at the self-help section, every 30 days the same person would come back through because like they buy a book and they read it and it gets them going for like 5 days or maybe 2 weeks.
This one
and then they wake up and they go, same old world, same old me. I guess I'll go back and try to find another book. And,
Same old world.
Same old world, same old me. Because it's what people don't understand, I think, is that one of the things that causes the most misery in life is the search for happiness. Because we have this, because happiness isn't a thing. It's not a goal to be attained. It's something to be recognized. Where usually we don't recognize it because there's some other problem we have to solve or something like that, and we don't take the time to But happiness isn't like a thing where, well, if I just get all my ducks in a row, then on Wednesday at 2 p.m. I'll be officially happy. It comes and goes. It's a mood. It's a feeling, and so and that's why people keep writing these self-help books, is because. You get the same bunch of people for about 5 or 6 or 7 years of their lives before they finally go, okay, you know what? It's 7 years later. None of this stuff worked. I'm still alive. I guess I'll just figure this out.
The one I've heard about lately, and I think it's a little more legit than some of the other ones, is The Artist's Way. Have you heard of this? It's like a 12-week course.
Does it cost money?
No, it's a book, and you.
Well, that costs money.
Well, yes, I guess.
Well,
so.
not if you steal it.
No, that is correct.
Like Autumn.
Absolutely. You have the Autumn
First
system.
Step one.
Actually,
Steal this book.
That's her book. That's her book, Autumn's Way.
Yeah.
Steal everything.
I did it
Autumn's Way.
Have you
Check
not heard
your
of
silver.
this? The Artist's Way?
I feel like maybe I have heard of it. What's it called? I'm going to look it up.
The Artist's Way. It's a 12-week course, and a lot of it's journaling, and then there's these.
All right. Can I tell you something? I believe in the art life. But can I tell you something that artists are some of the most miserable people I've ever met in my entire life. I mean, artists are listen, that's the way to live life. For me, that's the way I try to live my life. I'm not a corporate person. Right?
I guess it's not a self-help book in that it's trying to make you happy, but it's trying to spark.
Can it teach you how to be an artist?
I get that. I get that. But my point is, now I love artists, and to me, if I had to just choose one group of people you can only choose one group of people to live around the rest of your life, I would choose artists.
Yes.
But some of the most petty, miserable people I've ever met in my life.
The people that were telling me about it, they were saying that the book really does get you kind of self-involved. And
this has been around 30 years.
Selfish.
I can't believe we've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the whole idea, is being selfish?
Well, it's not. It doesn't say like be selfish, but just if you take these steps, you're journaling, thinking about your own thoughts a lot, taking yourself on an artist.
And by the way, does every artist do this? Does every artist journal? I think journaling is one of the most overrated things ever. I'm not listening to diary. No, look, a diary is fine. I think diaries are good because your memory gets fuzzy, and I wished I'd been somebody who'd been a diary person, because it would be great to go back like 15 years on a particular day when something happened and have like a whole couple of paragraphs that really puts it into But as far as like, the search for yourself, I just think so much of this stuff is so, it's not the purpose of life. The purpose of life and adulthood is not to finally square up with your childhood. It's part of it, but it's not the goal.
That is not
it's
the
not the
purpose of
goal of
journaling.
life.
She co-wrote Taxi Driver, this woman who wrote this book.
Really?
2 thumbs up from Martin Scorsese.
Oh, well, yeah, he had to say that. I'm sorry, Autumn, you were saying?
Well, the purpose of journaling is not to square yourself with your childhood. Sometimes the purpose of journaling is to take what is in one part of your brain and move it to a different part of your brain that is less, I don't know,
cluttered.
Cluttered.
Yeah.
Feelings. It's like it's the thoughts or your reaction to something is being shot through the prism of maybe your childhood, but that's not what you're journaling for. You're journaling so that you can sort of work things out. It's the same as talk therapy. It's the same thing. It's just writing and stuff.
Right. Yeah, but it does. There is a moment like where George is saying there is at some point you have to ask yourself in art, in anything that you're doing, in journaling. At what point you have to be able to be aware that you're becoming self-indulgent, like the whole, or is it solipsism where you think you're the center of the universe? Like you're not.
Aren't you
so
in your
you're
own
not,
journal the center of the universe?
Well, you are, but I mean, if it's the journal and then the other thing to get my feelings squared and the other, just constantly looking. It's called. They used to say, stop gazing at your navel. Which is, you have to gaze at your navel a while because you want to know who you are and whatever, but you can, like anything else, become obsessed with it.
I'm paraphrasing, but Werner Herzog talks about analysis and talk therapy, and he says, I avoid that because you don't want to light up every inch of a room the same way you don't want to light up every inch of your brain. Some of it wants to be kept in the dark.
In other words, there's some things that I'd rather, just bother me with a weird dream. I'll get it. Come popping up from my subconscious, some kind of strange dream. But yeah, I think it's important. I'm not saying I don't think it's important. This whole thing about finding yourself, I simply don't think it's the goal of life.
Rest in peace, Dolly Parton.
Back to school means back to school lunches and snacks.
And the price of groceries keeps going up. But we have the solution.
WSB's Grand for Groceries. 5 chances a day to win $5,000.
Yeah!
5 words. 5 times a day. Every weekday. Enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
Thank you! Your next chance to win is coming up at 5.
WSB's Grand for Groceries.
It pays to get your news from 95.5 WSB.
Attention Georgia homeowners, summer's almost over and your windows just failed their biggest test. Hey, I'm Ray, founder of Window Comfort. If your house was hard to cool this summer, if one room never got comfortable, if your AC ran non-stop and never shut off, your windows have been trying to tell you something. And here's the bad news. Winter is next. The same windows that let the heat in all summer are about to let it back out all winter long. That's why we built Window Comfort differently. Factory direct, premium windows, no franchise markups. And right now, we're running buy 2 windows, get 2 free, free installation, and no payments for a full year. So don't wait until the cold comes. Go to windowcomfort.com and get your no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aaron back from my pals at Xfinity. I want you to check out the 5-year price guarantee and same-day Wi-Fi. The most intelligent Wi-Fi that can heal itself when there's a problem. The most reliable Wi-Fi for streaming, gaming, working from home, plus Wi-Fi in every corner of your home. Blanket coverage from my friends at Xfinity. Fiber-powered network with 99.99% reliability, and it's Wi-Fi built for speed. If your need is speed, Xfinity Wi-Fi is for you. And Xfinity Wi-Fi makes everything in your home work together better. Plus, you can lock in 5 years of predictability with the 5-year price guarantee. 5 years on the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi with their best equipment. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. All included, everything you need, data, equipment, and the most reliable Wi-Fi. To get started, visit Xfinity.com or visit an Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250, micro. And yes, I told you so.
I was going to say something very controversial, but then I decided not to.
You don't like the typewriter in this song?
Hey, the typewriter makes the song.
Okay.
No, I have nothing bad to say about Dolly Parton. Who does? Anybody who does isn't a good person. It's really that simple, right? Like
I never liked her.
Yeah, that's like, don't trust that person.
I'm just glad I had the chance to actually see her live.
Oh, yeah, you kind of did.
She
You
sang
saw
3
a
songs.
halftime show.
3 songs.
Did she sing them or lip sync them?
She sang them.
Okay.
Believe me, it's the part of the stadium that
How do
we...
you know that at a stadium? I mean,
Because
it's hard to know at a stadium. You're at Neyland Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Because actually...
She coughed and I heard it.
Where we were...
She totally sang it.
Where we were in the stadium, you heard the second echo of it. That's how you knew that she was singing it.
What?
So the Neyland Stadium, it's not
you're
designed
saying
with
you
the
heard
acoustic...
her, and then you also heard
the
coming
echo.
through
Exactly,
okay,
yeah. So it was, in my opinion, they should have tested the acoustics ahead of time before doing a
Well, that
any
was
kind of
what,
concert
5 years ago?
Yeah.
What do you?
Yes.
This is still bothering you, man.
Yes.
They should have checked those acoustics.
My coat has many colors.
The only show that I've ever seen that had worse acoustics was a Boys to Men show at the old Turner Field. I mean, the acoustics were
Well, the
horrific
old
in that
Turner
building.
Field was not exactly known as a great audio.
Correct.
It was
place.
the Stones there. They were good there.
I didn't see them there. But
You didn't go to that?
No, I didn't go to that.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one? Yeah. No, I missed that.
No doubt open for them.
They still around?
Yeah.
Take this big ribbon off my eye.
She said.
I'm exposed.
What's his
I
face?
could go into a little bit of Liza there.
And it's no big surprise.
Walking in the spider web.
I'm walking in the spider web. Leave a message. I'll call you back.
Well, you know, if the blood red moon doesn't scare the hell out of you, that the end of days are upon us, if this doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. Wisconsin cat born with record-breaking 29 toes.
Aw.
We've got to sacrifice it on that night.
Isn't that in the Book of Revelations, the 29 toes?
The 29th toad.
We must sacrifice that cat during the eclipse to protect ourselves.
But first, we must make love to it.
I am neither. Yvonne Hessler Doctrine is neither into bestiality or sacrificing of anything. That's just a little humor there.
Cat has some heavy paws. I'm looking at it. It's very scary.
29.
That's too many toes.
You know what?
Some might say.
You might say that. What I say is, don't be lazy. Let's go for around 30. It's 29. 29's not a good number. 30's a nice, strong number.
Sure.
Okay, if it was 30 toes, I know it's coming from heaven. The fact that it's 29 toes tells me that is a satanic cat.
If you divide 2 by 9, you get 666.
The mark of the cat?
I think.
Well, cats are always like evil.
They are
Look at
beasts.
Halloween.
I am happy, though, that we beat the previous record. It was a Canadian cat that had 28 toes. And now...
those Canadian cat. Don't bring up those damn
now it's
No Canadian cats, please.
Don't bring up those
We won,
damn
Mr. President.
Canadians.
29 toes is better than 28
I got the
toes.
Maine Coon here with 29 toes. Screw Canada.
We have got a full-on trade war going with Canada. I don't know. It's just so ridiculous that I keep thinking I have to be dreaming. I have to be dreaming. This particular president decided he was going to be the one who was going to stop taking it from Canada.
They're done.
Canada needs to. And then when you see J.D. Vance talk about it, it's just like...
Is he embarrassed?
I don't know. I don't
He
know.
has to pretend he's not.
I guess. I don't know. Like, how could you not be embarrassed by all of this? I don't even understand that. So I've gotten to the age now when I don't understand something, I tend to walk away and just say, the old hackneyed sports anchor line. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
I agree. Because I don't know.
I mean, you've got how does it work in Toronto? Is Doug Ford the mayor of Toronto, or is he
the premier of Ontario?
The premier of Ontario. That's what
He's
he
the
is.
governor then.
Yeah. He's talking about, Trump can kiss my ass, and I've got a lot of real estate back there, so there's plenty. I mean, just like, you've got Canada and the United States participating in a Showtime at the Apollo Your Mama's So Fat contest.
Well, get this song out of here. No more Rush songs.
No more Canadian. We can't have Rush?
No Glass Tiger. No Rush.
No.
No
Hey,
Bryan Adams.
Look.
Alanis Morissette?
She gets a pass.
Tate McRae, too. We got to have Tate.
I don't know who that is.
The following is a paid commercial announcement. $2,100. That's 3 months of groceries. $2,100. That's the tax increase Senator Jon Ossoff supported in Washington. Ambitious and liberal, Senator Ossoff voted with national Democrats for a $2,100 tax increase. Senator Ossoff voted to gut the child tax credit for middle-class families. He voted for higher taxes on Social Security recipients earning under $75,000 a year. He even voted to keep taxing tips and overtime pay for hardworking people struggling to get by. A $2,100 tax increase on the average Georgia family? Senator Ossoff's tax hikes would have been devastating. Senator Jon Ossoff is driven by advancing his political ambitions and becoming a Democrat celebrity. He doesn't care about people like you. Call Senator Ossoff today at 202-224-3521 and tell him to stop voting for higher taxes. Paid for by One Nation.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people. Without destroying your credit, they can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
To anyone who avoids HVAC repairs, it's time to leave it to the experts. With memberships that cover regular HVAC maintenance and worry-free repairs, Service Experts keeps your home healthy and happy. Visit ServiceExperts.com to check out today's special offers and promotions.
Insurance companies often have a basic strategy: delay, deny, defend. Some try to grind you down, but they have another tremendous weapon, a software called Colossus. They know which attorneys are great and which are not so great. They know who is likely to take the last offer and who will take them by their scalp, kicking and screaming to trial. They know that they have to pay some firms early and fairly. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. The insurance companies have done their homework. Before you hire a lawyer for your injury case, do yours. Visit forthepeople.com and see our settlements and verdicts for cases like yours. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. When you hire the wrong firm, you may be beat before you start. All law firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan Atlanta, 191 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial pound law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story, she was a legend.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
The great Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. TMZ reports Parton was admitted to a hospital in Nashville last night with kidney issues and passed away this morning. Speaking to Barbara Walters in 1982, Dolly is asked what success means to her.
For me, the Dolly Parton star is accomplishing every possible thing that I can. I want to mean something. I don't want to just be some joke. I don't want to be the all-American joke, just with the boobs and the hair and the tight belts or the whatever. I want to be a meaningful, artistic person.
Fans will have a chance to celebrate Dolly Parton's life when her Broadway musical opens later this year. Dolly, a true original musical, will begin preview performances on December 7th at the St. James Theater in New York City. And Dolly always had a love for Georgia.
Dolly and her husband, Carl Dean, were married in North Georgia in Ringgold in a private secret ceremony. Now, Dolly saying she wanted to avoid the Nashville press at the time. And Dolly always spoke very highly of Atlanta, spending several months here in 2012. While filming Joyful Noise. She always made frequent trips here, visiting former 9 to 5 co-star Jane Fonda, who called Atlanta home. And Dolly also played many shows here, her last one back in 2011 in Alpharetta. Keith Grumall, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump orders flags to fly at half staff for the next week to honor Dolly Parton. It is 90 degrees in Atlanta. Will we see a return of the pop-up showers and storms tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. More than 100,000 additional Cobb County residents could have access to microtransit if it's approved by commissioners tonight.
The proposal calls for expanding the existing service area in South Cobb and creating a new microtransit pilot program in the Ackworth-Kennesaw area. Cobb County DOT Director Drew Ressler says traditional public transit options operate along fixed routes in major corridors.
But in a suburban county like Cobb, they don't always go to the final destination of where people live or where people work.
During recent public hearings, opponents of the expansion argue it's not a good use of taxpayer dollars. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A 79-year-old man from Marietta is killed in a collision with a school bus in Woodstock.
Emergency medical personnel pronounced him dead at the scene.
Stacy Brown with the city of Woodstock says the man's vehicle hit a school bus at the intersection of Main Street and Highway 92. 2 of the 20 kids on the bus have minor injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation. A dump truck slams into a gas station on Christmas Avenue in Barrow County.
The dump truck experienced some mechanical issues, and while traveling in the area, the driver had stated that he had lost control, causing him to lose the ability to properly steer and stop the vehicle.
Sergeant Dominic Smith with the Barrow County Sheriff's Office says a store clerk inside the building has minor injuries. The truck driver has minor scratches to his hand. A former Metro Atlanta mail carrier gets 2 years in federal prison for stealing mail.
The U.S. Attorney in Atlanta says 44-year-old Melissa McAfee of Jonesboro was stealing checks and gift cards on her route in Smyrna. It came to light after customers complained about stolen mail in 2024. Federal prosecutors say she stole over 170 checks and 37 gift cards to a tune of more than $1 million. She pleaded guilty to possession of stolen mail. She's going to federal prison for 2 years. In addition to the prison time, she's also going to have to pay restitution. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A Hall County Sheriff's Office employee is the latest in Georgia to be fired for misusing flock cameras. Former investigator Justin Brown was terminated following an internal investigation. It is 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
All right, Bill, going to check that ride to the northern suburbs right now. 85 northbound. You're on the brakes starting in north of Chamblee Tucker, right around the I-285 interchange. change. It's going to stay sluggish up to Indian Trail Road, exit 101 in Norcross. 400 northbound, that ride's a little crowded in Sandy Springs from 285, getting up past Northridge Road, exit 6. 75 northbound, just watched a crash in Kennesaw, clear from the left shoulder. All lanes open there at Barrett Parkway. Behind that, you're seeing a little bit of volume starting back in Marietta, just before North Marietta Parkway. And into Cobb County, Highway 78 eastbound, that ride's a tad slow approaching Brockett Road, exit 3. Been dealing with a crash blocking at least one lane. That's only causing a tap of the brakes, so luckily no need for an alternate there just yet. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A few clouds passing by for this evening. Temperatures will fall to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible. High 92. Cloudy skies on Thursday with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s.
Right now it's 92 in Tucker, 91 in Covington, and 90 in Locust Grove. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And look who's here. Boy, a whole lot of handsome just walked into the studio. The unaging, the Benjamin Button of retirement plans, or retirement planning, I should say. Wes Moss. He's aging in reverse, and he can get you to age slower by retiring earlier if you just take his advice, people. Wes Moss, how are you?
Yeah, I feel like I should be working out more. I was on a podcast the other day up in Nashville, up in Franklin, Tennessee, which is a great little town.
They wanted to be a state. I can tell you that story sometime. Franklin, Tennessee. The reason it's called Franklin is because they named it after Ben Franklin because they thought they'd have a better shot become a state.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Go ahead, Franklin.
Well, anyway, one of the hosts just looked like Vladimir Klitschko. And I've known this guy for a long time, but I didn't realize like how large he had gotten. And I was like, way after the show, I was like, what's your workout schedule look like? He's like, 4:15 alarm, hit snooze, out of bed 4:22.
No thanks.
In the car 4:35.
No thanks.
At my garage gym with my 4 workout buddies.
No thanks.
4:45. He goes, weights start moving at 5.
And you thought to yourself, I'd like to do that.
Wow. I thought about it today. I was walking into the office, just feeling, old and in shape. And I was like, maybe for 1 month, me and one of my kids, one of my teenagers, I'll say, hey, we're going to
pick one on random.
We're starting 5 a.m. every morning for an hour and 15-minute workout.
To bond.
How would we
feel
after that?
Yeah, first of all,
good,
are you gonna draft them for this, or do they have anything to say about maybe voluntarily wanting to do this with Dad? If they voluntarily wanted to do this with Dad, I can see that it could be bonding, and you get in shape. By the way, can't you do it at 5 at night? Can't you do it? It's got to be early in the morning.
I think you have to layer the pain on the pain.
Yeah,
and it gets you through.
So
the
not
rest
only
of the day.
do you work out for an hour and 15 minutes lifting weights. That's painful in itself, but 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Even more painful.
I bet she's one of these guys.
All in.
He's probably one of these guys who starts every day with a cold shower. These guys?
Plunge. It's a plunge.
No. Well, there's plunges, but no, there are people who will start the day with a cold shower. And it's like a weird thing because there's part of it I understand, which is kind of saying, hey, life is tough. So don't wake up and the rest of the day can't bother me because I started the day with a freezing cold shower. I feel like it's the way they do it.
I wake up and I hit myself in the head with a hammer.
And I know.
I fall down the steps.
There you go. It's the worst thing that's going to happen
sucks.
today.
I start the day off with stitches.
Life's gonna get better from here.
They did this happy retiree draft. So they had this like ESPN draft board, and we did a snake draft where there were all these habits or happy versus unhappy. And then we had our teams and we got to pick. And then at the end, it was judged as who's the happiest, who got the right combo.
Did you win?
Well, out of respect for the hosts, I thought it was a tie, so I let the hosts win.
Okay, that's nice.
That's nice.
So what is this?
Nice.
Is this sort of a
boring?
No. Is this sort of a retiree game show podcast?
That's what they turned it into.
Okay, so like trivia.
Well, no, it's not necessarily trivia, but for this particular episode, they went through the book and just said, oh, here are all these happy retiree versus unhappy retiree habits. Let's just say there's 40 of them, and you got to do your draft. And then at the end, what does your team look like? And I was the judge.
What was your favorite, or if you had to pull one out, most interesting habits or behaviors of unhappy retirees?
The unhappy retiree. So what is
No
one?
money.
What,
Yeah.
Autumn,
Well,
what is
no
it?
money.
What
No
is
money.
it?
No
She said-
money.
She said no money. That's
a good start. That's a really good start.
On the road to unhappiness as a retiree.
Yeah, it's called the money red zone, which we don't want to be in.
You don't want to be in the red zone.
You don't want to be in the red zone, or you can be in the neutral. And all these, and I'm in book mode now because this thing launches. The Retire Sooner method launches in a couple days. It's two.
So you probably brought my copy with you.
What is today? The 25th. That means it would be Tuesday of next week. So 1 week from today.
1 week.
1 week from today.
Yes.
The Retire Sooner method starts to ship.
And everybody should go get one. I'm sure you brought me today probably my
I-
free copy. I imagine
I
you
do
have
have
with
a
you.
copy. I know I sent you a digital
Oh
copy.
no, you did because I had
Yeah.
to put the blurb on the back.
And then I've got.
Did my blurb make it, or it's okay? You can tell me.
Hold on, let me check.
If my blurb didn't make it,
He doesn't
it's
know.
fine.
He's got to look.
Well, I got a blurb on one of the other books. Might have been the last book.
Oh, you know what I did? I did take your
Look
quote
at that.
and
you did, but it's
I-
not a blurb.
I
Okay,
did.
I get it.
And then I said
Nah,
didn't make the
local
cut, Eric.
Atlanta radio host.
Okay, very good. As long as people, because you want people to know
I'm
who
glad
it
he
is.
didn't put the station on there.
No, of course. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
of
I wanna-
course I
I
put
want-
your name. I put. Hold on here.
I want a
put
hard copy like that.
I put in. Where are my glasses?
I didn't know.
I put in Eric Von Hessler, award-winning radio host and creator, the Von Hessler Doctrine.
I've never won an award in my life for
Well,
anything.
I've given you personally.
He
an
got a
award.
creative loafing award.
Huh?
You got
that's-
an
that's
air
what
award. And a
he
crea-
must have known that.
The station has won awards.
Well,
and
the
you've
station.
been part of it.
Yeah. Well, what is
It's award-winning. You're award-winning.
We
Come
never
on.
won an air award, did we? I don't think we ever
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Did we?
Yeah, best
I don't
morning
remember.
show.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
we looked
accepting
it up.
that.
We
Okay.
looked it up.
I want a hard copy
and,
like that.
And I know it's cool looking.
Yeah,
isn't
I want
it?
a hard
Hello.
copy. I didn't know that you were doing hard copies. I want a hard copy.
Gosh, that looks good. And then there's a secret QR code in the book. Have you ever seen a book with a QR code?
I've seen, well, no, but I've seen QR codes on everything.
Autumn's laughing.
There's
It was just funny you got so excited. Have you ever seen a QR code in a
But look at this.
book?
So I love these charts. I mean, I know you're not a chart guy. We talk about
my
this.
brain doesn't work good with charts.
I start with charts.
Yeah.
I wake up with charts.
Yeah.
They start moving at 5 a.m.
That's right. Charts. Yeah,
Charts are moving at 5 a.m.
That's right.
How
Charts
many
and
days a
weights.
week do you do it? 6.
He gets together with
6.
3 or 4 other buddies in a warehouse, and they go over charts.
That's all we
play
do.
with our charts.
So you start with a chart,
a
and then the
circle.
chart tells the story, and then
chart.
you narrate that story. And that's the way I've done Money Matters and Retire Sooner for my entire life. And I just realized that's what I did here. I started with the research, then I did the charts, and then I wrote the narrative around the charts. And
So
I
you're
was-
telling people don't read your earlier books because you just figured it out for this one.
Maybe you're right.
Hey, the latest book should be the best book.
Yeah,
There's nothing
those
wrong
are
with that.
crap. Ignore them and get the new one.
I can't believe I put my blurb on the last one. But this one is so
Award-winning
good.
host, creative director.
I know, right?
I mean,
So kind, Wes. So kind.
Do you
to
really
that
think
rare.
I would lead? Just, I don't want to. Atlanta radio guy. Of
I like the
course.
cover. I think there was some bad covers early on, but I like the cover.
It looks really good
Yeah,
now.
look,
and
yeah.
then so I wanted it to be in color, and the problem with color is that you end up using that really thick color paper, almost like a coffee table book. So
for
it
the chart, you mean?
So it becomes an unwieldy book.
Yes,
It'd be
yes.
like double the thickness of this,
Mhm.
and it's not cool.
So the QR code.
So hold
you
on.
get to go to the.
So
In
they're
a
all
book?
they're can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
They put those. I didn't even know they could go.
Can
I
you
didn't,
believe
I didn't
they're-
know they would stick.
It's amazing.
Hang on. I'm going to put a bookmark here and let me get my phone.
It actually, so it does work. Well, actually, we should test it. But so you've got these beautiful,
got to test it.
these beautiful black and white charts with
Yes.
great shading.
Sure,
right?
wonderful.
But then you
stop,
Best
stop,
shading.
because let's not just roll past that. Some of the nicest shading I have ever seen in a graph in a book in my life.
Some might say the best shading.
Yeah, I would say.
Wow, that looks like a real pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
Did you use one of those mechanical pencils that always breaks?
No, not mechanical.
mechanical.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Don't
mechanical.
get defensive.
But then You've got the QR code right next to it.
Yeah.
And where does that take you?
To color, beautiful.
It takes you to a treasure trove of color.
Autoprints.com.
It is a treasure trove.
Is Autumn drop shipping on
of data.
Yes.
That, and I also realized that there are more than 15 additional color charts that are on the secret QR code webpage.
Let me get
that are going to be on that webpage that are not. They didn't even make
full spread.
What I find interesting, there's a centerfold.
It's incredible.
What I find interesting is that you
graph
said
goes all the way up.
You just realized this. You're the one who put it on. The way that you said that, you said, I just realized there's 15 more.
Well,
didn't you put them there?
It's because
did you suffer amnesia over the summer?
It's really hard to not include a beautiful chart that you want to talk about, but they don't. You have to edit.
Yeah, I know.
And not everything wins.
You know what they say? As an author, you would know this. You got to lose your babies. That's they think when you're editing, you got to actually get rid of your loved ones, and it's difficult to do.
And I was able to preserve them on the secret website that's only from the QR code that's in the book.
Can you believe that, Autumn?
No, I can't.
It's just like a scene from Scanners.
It's just vomiting everywhere. Oh no! Oh no!
You really.
Oh my God!
It's too much of a shock,
Oh
Wes.
my God.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about some kind of economics thing. What's the book again? Retire Sooner Method. You can go to all the places and pre-order it right now.
The Retire Sooner Method, and there's only 1 week left for all the bonuses. Once September 1 comes, it's just the book.
And then
now it's the book plus the bonuses.
And one of the bonuses is the blurb from award-winning radio
is it dinner
creator.
and lunch with Von Hassler?
I'm out of that business. Good afternoon to Alex Williams. Alex says 285 North is getting slow in Cobb.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, and to the Doctrinaires as well. Yeah, we got a trouble in the center lane. Looks like a stall. They put a construction barrel behind it to help people avoid it. 285 northbound, the inner loop. South Atlanta Road, exit 16 right there in the center lane. Delays already stretching back to Hollowell Parkway. Now, on the other side of the interstate, 285 southbound, a crash impacting the left lane below South Cobb Drive, exit 15. So you're slow both ways as you leave and head toward I-20. Over into Cobb County, 285 eastbound and southbound, the inner loop. Delays start around Georgia 400. It's sluggish through Dunwoody. Then the heavier stuff finds you as you leave I-85, making your way down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway in Clarkston. And northbound stacked up from Highway 29, Lawrenceville Highway, trying to ramp on to 85 into Cab. Traffic brought to you by National Heritage Academies. At National Heritage Academies, their moral focus program builds values like compassion and respect into their challenging academic curriculum. NHA, find a tuition-free K-12 school today. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Grocery prices keep going up.
But WSB's Grand for Groceries will help.
It really is right about now.
5 chances a day to win $5,000.
Oh, no!
Your next chance to win is coming up at 5.
WSB's Grand for Groceries.
From 95.5 WSB. Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call AquaGuard, a groundworks company. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, the proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When Keisha Lance Bottoms got elected, she said,
"We must be good stewards of your tax dollars."
Just 30 days later,
taxpayers covered the cost of a first-class ticket for Mayor Bottoms' husband to fly to the Super Bowl
on her taxpayer-funded credit card.
Atlanta taxpayers shelled out more than $2,600.
Worse,
more than $11,600 in luxury chauffeured car service in just her first 5 months in office.
And taxpayers covered this tab.
The State Ethics Commission has fined Keisha Lance Bottoms.
She accepted
accepted over $110,000 in contributions that exceeded legal limits,
violating campaign finance laws.
The commission's chairman declared
it's an egregious violation of the act.
And the verdict from a former prosecutor?
It smells bad. What don't you get about the rules and regulations? If Mayor Bottoms wants her legacy to be too greedy to care, they're off to a great start.
Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's out for herself, not Georgia.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Retiring sooner starts with a simple roadmap I call the Retire Sooner Method. Step 1, get into the money green zones. Step 2, build 5 or more hobbies on steroids and spend nearly 20 hours a week on them. Step 3, nurture 4 or more close friends. Step 4, create a written financial plan and life map. Step 5, protect your superpower, quality sleep. Get the Retire Sooner Method, my new green book, now on Amazon.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
$2,100. That's 3 months of groceries. $2,100. That's the tax increase Senator Jon Ossoff supported in Washington. Ambitious and liberal, Senator Ossoff voted with national Democrats for a $2,100 tax increase. Senator Ossoff voted to gut the child tax credit for middle-class families. He voted for higher taxes on Social Security recipients earning under $75,000 a year. He even voted to keep taxing tips and overtime pay for hardworking people struggling to get by. A $2,100 tax increase on the average Georgia family? Senator Ossoff's tax hikes would have been devastating. Senator Jon Ossoff is driven by advancing his political ambitions and becoming a Democrat celebrity. He doesn't care about people like you. Call Senator Ossoff today at 202-224-3521 and tell him to stop voting for higher taxes. Paid for by One Nation.
It's the biggest RV event of the summer, the Atlanta RV Mega Show. August 28th through 30th at the Cobb Convention Center. 8 dealers, hundreds of RVs, factory experts, and exclusive show deals all indoors. Learn more at AtlantaRVMegashow.com.
Have you ever stood in a lumber yard doing what I call board yoga, bending, squinting, flipping boards, trying to find one that's straight, wasting your time? That's why pros go to Randall Brothers. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers stocks premium lumber that's straighter, cleaner, and ready to perform. No stretching, no sorting, just quality lumber that shows up right the first time. Randall Brothers understands when your name's on the job, it better look good. Skip the yoga. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries, randallbrothers.com.
But let's not talk about that unpleasant business. Wes Moss. Wes Moss, why don't you let people know how they can get more Wes Moss besides buying that fantastic new book? What's it called? Hold it up again. It's the Retire Sooner Method, which means you don't get pregnant.
Not fully. It's
is that a QR code?
There's actually one in the book.
No, not in the book.
What?
Crazy. All right, she's lost it. Now she's just gone.
It is the Retire Sooner Method, the 5 secrets behind America's happiest and unhappiest. So you want to avoid that part.
And ugliest.
And ugliest.
And there's a secret QR code. But you're going to find that at the retiresoonermethod.com.
Okay, there you are. And on there, you'll find all the other Wes Moss
Sure,
stuff.
you can find,
does
Wes
a little
Moss
show on the
.com.
radio. I don't know where, but does a show on
Right
the radio.
here on Tuesdays.
Is it on WSB?
WSB Radio.
I'll be darned. Okay.
95.5 WSB.
Oh, I know some people over there.
News Talk.
Absolutely.
It's a great station. Maybe he could hook you up with a job.
Who? What?
Maybe Wes could hook you up with a job if you know.
Job?
Yeah.
Yeah, WSB.
Yeah.
I remember when it was AM 750.
Can you talk to them over the WSB? Because I'd love to work there.
I do know some people.
Okay.
I know an award-winning host at WSB
Dr.
Radio.
Joe?
Yeah.
He can't decide if he's an introvert or an extrovert. He's probably a little of both.
Oh, you're not talking about me. I'm an extrovert.
Not that host.
I've heard that host is a jerk, so I don't want to deal with that guy. So, what do we have? A story, some kind of story for Wes Moss.
From CBS News, guys, Gen Xers are fretting over the future of Social Security, saying, quote, "I will likely be working in retirement," end quote.
What do you think? You think they're going to be working longer?
They should be fretting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
They should be fretting.
Why not just not fret and go to can I actually retire in Uruguay on my Social Security alone?
Uruguay.
Well, the problem is
I don't
that
live
Gen
there
X is
yet,
worried
so.
that they're not going to get Social Security.
Okay,
so
I was selfish. That was on me.
zero, even in Uruguay, is still zero.
Okay. So what do they got to do? What should they do? Just give up?
Well, it's really nothing. It's really a voter issue because it's a congressional issue and it's Congress, and we all know this story.
Yes.
We know the story. We all get a green statement in the mail, or you can log into SSA.gov and look at your Social Security statement. And right on there, it says, hey, just so you know, the trust cushion is expected to be depleted in the year 2030,
32?
approximately.
Yeah, keeps moving up.
2032. And
Great.
what does that mean? It means there could be potentially a cut to your promised benefits.
Yeah.
And now, I think the context is important. It's not a 100% cut. It's projected to be a 21 to 23% cut. Let's call it a quarter, which is still a really big deal.
Sure.
But it's
And
not
that's
an
just starting out,
80% cut. So I think
right.
that's important
Yeah,
to know.
and Autumn says it could start there, and then there's
Yeah.
another 10%, and then there's another 10%.
Yeah, as time goes on, if
Yeah.
nothing gets, if nothing changes, if nothing is solved, then what's stopping it from
Look,
just
and
increasing?
it's the younger generations. I have for 20 years that I've been doing radio and podcasting. When I would get that question 15 years ago, I'd say, look, if you're 55 now or 60, and this was 15 years ago, I said, you have zero worry. It's not going to get cut for you.
Yeah.
But here we are 20 years later, and now it's the younger generation that I've been talking about, the Gen Xers and younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, there could be a potential cut if there is no congressional action. The math problem is not that complicated. You raise the
fair.
Social Security raise max, you make it to 63 versus 62 when you can take the benefits. Like, you could do a couple things
Right.
and secure the whole system. Will Congress do it? We know
just
the answer.
It's becoming a day of reckoning for 35 to 40 years of really bad governance in this country.
Gen X and younger just has to save more. It's even more on
so easy
you.
to do.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to save more when you don't get paid as much as you used to.
I'm buying gold.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
spend it all on crypto.
That's the way. You know what? Just take one
gotta
big
plan,
gamble.
Autumn.
Wouldn't you
Let's
agree?
go.
Just take one big swing for the fences and live with whatever happens. Wes Moss, thank you very much,
guys are
sir.
the best.
Have a great week.
Thanks, guys.
Alex Williams says it's a full house through downtown.
Yeah, very slow already this afternoon. Eric, 85, jamming in right at 475 around Howell Mill, Northside Drive. That's exit 252. You're going to stay on the brake lights the whole way through Midtown and downtown as you head down to I-20. Northbound's been a rough go of it. 75, 85 north, starting around University Avenue. Those delays stay with you into Midtown, not helping the cause as a crash still lingering on the right shoulder on 85 north at the Beaufort Spring connector. Crash just moved to the right shoulder, all lanes back open. 285 southbound, the outer loop below South Cobb Drive, but on the inner loop northbound, that stall is still in the center lane at South Atlanta Road. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Reliable Heating and Air recommends if there's a musty smell coming from your AC, it could mean moisture buildup. Let Reliable check it out at reliableair.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making this month unforgettable. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. The Georgia heat is here, and if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
You know, I've had listeners, coworkers, friends come up and ask me, hey, Aram, what makes Advanced Hair Restoration different? Well, allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. First off, Advanced Hair stands by the results, and their before and afters are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Secondly, Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge-quality experience that's hard to find elsewhere. Finally, Advanced Hair's Advanced FUE begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. Quick, simple, and easy. Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you've been waiting for the savings special opportunity, it's here, friends. Advanced Hair Summer Savings Event will get you the most hair for your dollar. It's their best offer ever. For details and to schedule your free consultation, call 770-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Your new hair guaranteed to grow. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, there was no one else like her.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Country music legend Dolly Parton is dead at the age of 80. Her nephew, Brian Seaver, announces the news on social media today.
Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly.
But she was about much more than just music. Philanthropy is a big part of Parton's legacy. Earlier this summer, Dolly thanked Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce for making a big donation to her Imagination Library.
I was just told that you two are making a donation of $2 million to my Imagination Library. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blown away and overjoyed with that gratitude.
She established the Imagination Library in 1995 in honor of her father, who never learned to read or write. It is 89 degrees in Atlanta when we could see a return of scattered showers and storms. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A mental health and addiction therapy facility owner in Fulton County is charged with Medicaid fraud.
$88,000 is how much Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr says Desmond Mall received in fraudulent Medicaid payments over a 2-year period. During that time, Mall, who is the owner and operator of outpatient therapy center Family 360 Incorporated, is accused of signing the name of a dead psychiatrist on official documents for Medicaid services. In addition to 1 count of Medicaid fraud, he's also been charged with 32 counts of false statements and writings. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Cobb County commissioners consider expanding the county's microtransit program tonight. Cobb DOT Director Drew Ressler says the plan has 2 parts.
That will expand our microtransit zone in South Cobb and then create a new microtransit zone in Ackworth, Kennesaw.
The cost to ride is $2.50. He says it's a vital option for residents without reliable access to a vehicle, but opponents argue the plan is not good use of taxpayer money. A Georgia nonprofit looks to provide stable housing in Metro Atlanta, one family at a time.
St. Vincent de Paul, Georgia is moving families from motels to homes to combat housing instability. Program manager Heidi Evely says the program came about while she was a volunteer helping families.
We would get a tremendous amount of phone calls from families living in hotels with their children, have income, they just can't get out. They couldn't afford the first month's rent, the down payment needed to move out because the hotels are so high priced.
Now the program has moved 1,000 families into stable housing since 2019. Jordan Brown, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia Farm to Food Bank program awards $1 million to 8 food banks across the state, including the Atlanta Food Bank and the Food Bank of Northeast Georgia in Athens.
It's just a win-win for our state. It's a win for our farmers. It's a win for families in need, and it's a perfect example of the Department of Agriculture, our Georgia Grown team, and farmers stepping up to the plate.
Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper says the money will help food banks provide fresh produce and protein to more than 430,000 Georgians facing food insecurity. South Fulton's interim public safety director wins this year's Hubert Williams Equal Justice and Effective Policing Award.
After just 1 year at the helm of the public safety of South Fulton, Dr. Cedric Alexander reduced crimes of aggravated assaults, auto thefts, and robberies by 48%. He finished the police academy 50 years ago.
Never thought that 50 years later I would still be involved in public safety, even though I took a hiatus for a period of time to go do a doctorate in clinical psychology.
Dr. Alexander says his most rewarding experience was as leader of the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives, or NOBLE. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It is Election Day in Georgia's 13th congressional district. The race will determine who will fill the remaining term of the late Congressman David Scott, his daughter Marcy Scott, and former Gwinnett County School Board Chairman Everton Blair Jr. are facing off for the seat. It is now 4:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Here is Alex Williams.
No fun into Alpharetta right now, Bill. Been dealing with a crash on Georgia 400 northbound. DOT tells me it's been in 2 right lanes as you leave a Windward Parkway right around that new McGinnis Ferry Road exit. So that's why you're seeing a little extra pressure on the ride back at Haynes Bridge Road. You can use Highway 9 as an alternate. 75 northbound, I'm also tracking moderate volume, we'll call it, this afternoon, starting in Marietta from Delk Road. You'll be on and off the brakes up to Kennesaw State University. 85 northbound, a right lane crash has been jamming you up right around I-285 there in DeKalb County. Once you get past that, it's going to stay slow for you up into Norcross, but it gets better once you clear Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit number 99. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Fair skies for this evening. Temperatures falling to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, a touch more humid, partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm, high 92. Becoming mostly cloudy with scattered storms on Thursday.
Right now it's 92 in Alpharetta, 91 in Cartersville, and 93 in Riverdale. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hi, I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. Are you stuck in a cycle of painting, patching, and replacing your siding every decade? The truth is, you're fighting a losing battle against the Georgia humidity. It's time for a permanent solution. At Southern Exteriors, we use James Hardy siding because it's engineered specifically for our climate. Trust the team your neighbors have trusted since 1999 and save 10% on the last home siding you'll ever need. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Retiring sooner starts with a simple roadmap I call the Retire Sooner Method. Step 1, get into the money green zones. Step 2, build 5 or more hobbies on steroids and spend nearly 20 hours a week on them. Step 3, nurture 4 or more close friends. Step 4, create a written financial plan and life map. Step 5, protect your superpower, quality sleep. Get the Retire Sooner Method, my new green book, now on Amazon.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Don't let a DUI conviction cost you your career. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
At Emory Healthcare, there's a whole team of people devoted to medicine that envisions the future, so you can do the same. When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. The power of second chances is here every day, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
Now it's time to spotlight my favorite BuzzFeed headline of the week. It's, it's always one of these kind of listicle type things.
They're still around, though? That's good.
I think that's all they do. They got rid of all the political stuff.
The news department was axed.
Yeah, and now is it just listicles, or is
pretty much
like some
AI writes everything,
something where AI tells you how to put your makeup on or something like that? Those kind of articles.
Pretty much.
It's a very necessary thing. But this is my favorite one I've seen in a while. It's just like every adjective, every adverb, emphatic noun phrases. Are you familiar with those? Emphatic noun phrases?
No.
Well, that would be like, there's one in this. Every single person. It's an emphatic noun phrase. Along with, in one headline, how you can fit this much adverbage and adjectiveness is mind-blowing. But here it is. 35, first of all, a list of 35. At the point that you're reading listicles with 35 to 60 things in it, why not just go ahead and read a short story?
Yeah. How about 10 things?
Give me 10.
Simple, stupid.
35 brutally honest pictures basically every single person on earth has experienced once in their life, but absolutely refuses to talk about.
Next.
How can you squeeze more? I call it adjectivization. Something like that. I don't know. I had it in my mind. It didn't really come out right.
I appreciate the effort there.
Adjectivification?
I was trying to take adjective and push it into an aggression, like adjegression. That's what it is. With the adverbs and the adjectives, it's adjegression going on at BuzzFeed. 35 brutally honest pictures. Basically, every single person on earth has experienced once in their life, but absolutely refuses to talk about. Man, if you don't click on that, then this person just needs to go into something else for a living.
And these are pictures?
Huh?
Yeah, that happened to people all at once. Yes.
Oh, the third one. The third one is true here. The step up in seriousness when millennials pulling out their laptop when they're about to make a big purchase. Absolutely. You don't make the big purchase on the phone. You make the big purchase on the laptop.
Yeah, but is this something that millennials absolutely refuse to talk about?
That's correct.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, that's enough. I don't want to talk about this right now.
Dummy up, you.
Now, how is BuzzFeed doing? Can you look it up? Like, are they owned by Penske or Vox? Or, well, they are.
Talking politics, and Dolly Parton in the top 5 up there.
Okay, well, Dolly Parton, just rest in peace. She's
Jesse Waters got schooled.
Oh wow, I gotta watch that. Who schooled Jesse Waters?
Oh, wasn't that the interview with the Saeed, right? From Michigan.
Yeah, and then if you go to MAGA websites, they'll say Saeed schooled by Jesse Waters, and you'll see the same clip.
Here's the next one. Can I read it to you?
Sure.
It's very short. I am not being dramatic even slightly when I say the whole world is the dumbest it's ever been in 2026, and these people are all the proof I need.
Too long.
Click.
Well, it's the same thing. Well, it's still the same thing. It's just like, what would they? Is this what you have to go do? Like anybody who writes headlines for BuzzFeed and say, for one day, no adverbs or adjectives allowed. Go ahead. See what you can do. See what you got inside you.
BuzzFeed owned by Byron Allen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is his show still on at like 12:30 at night? Is anybody watching that? The Comics Unleashed.
I don't know.
I have not.
Or as Norm Macdonald said about that show,
it couldn't be any more leashed.
When is this like official nighttime talk show begin?
That's on.
That's on.
Oh, it's officially
no,
on now.
He's been doing this thing for years. I'm sure he's running some kind of... And you know, we've mentioned this before, and people look at it like, oh, CBS made a big mistake letting Colbert go. This show is tanking. It's not the point. They don't care. It's 12:30 at night. It's easier for them. Byron Allen, he takes on all of the stuff. He has to sell the commercials. He has to sell everything, and he pays them for the time slot.
It gets an average of $628,000 to $779,000 per night.
100,000. Okay. Who are those nearly 800,000 people? Okay, let's narrow it down to the 200,000 who haven't just fallen asleep in front of their televisions.
Gotta look up the
Yeah.
I'll have to ask it, the demographic.
That seems like a lot to me. Isn't that more than CNN gets it, like on a primetime show? They get like 500,000 on a big show, right?
Yeah. It's 85% less than Colbert was getting.
Right, but the point, and people look at that and go, oh, that was a big mistake. But Colbert was costing, what, $20 million a year or something like that?
$100 million.
$100 million with the whole thing.
Right.
And Byron Allen is paying them for the time slot, and he takes on all of the risk with sales.
The audience is 50 years and up, 85%.
Of course.
And then the
who's watching? First of all,
18 to 49 is 13 to 15%.
Who is watching? Because some of them are at their grandparents' house.
Yeah.
Like
we don't have internet here.
Who is watching linear television? Who's watching television off of cable or something like that at 12:45 a.m.? It's not. No one under 50. And few people, you could say
people over
they could say 50 plus, but I'm guessing once you get into like 68 plus is where your numbers really get big in that one, which means you can't sell them anything but reverse mortgages and gold.
Ooh, or maybe that like little foot stepping thing, so you can be sitting and pushing your feet back and forth.
Yeah, and also the stupid sit shower thing.
Oh, I want that.
Okay.
Ooh, or
here's
like,
the problem with that.
The door for the bathtub.
Yeah, that's the one with the door. But here's the thing: is that nothing is worse. So after a shower, you got to wait for the whole thing to drain.
Hey, get a fast drain.
I mean, not even a shower. Like if you're in there taking a bath.
Yeah.
Like shower's okay.
But an old person can't take a bath.
Well, yeah,
Why not?
You get in there, you close the
They can't
door.
sit down.
Yes, I can.
What do you? Well, it's a sitting thing.
No. This is we're talking about the door for
Yeah.
the bathtub.
Yeah.
That's so that you don't have to lift your leg over
Yeah,
the.
I get it.
Yeah.
But my point is, if you're taking a bath that way, then
Old people ain't taking baths.
I thought old people were more likely to take a bath.
No,
No
way.
No?
They sit in the shower. No, they have a little
Oh,
chair
they
and
sit in the
it.
shower.
A wheelchair?
Yeah.
Doesn't it get
You
rusty?
know what? I think it's time to go to Oregon. I think that's going to be one thing. It's like if I'm
If you're
sitting in the shower, it's just time to go get in one of those pods in
You ever
Oregon.
sat in the shower?
Oh, it's great. It's a shath. It's great.
A shaft.
Pete
shower
takes
bath.
shafts. He gets a bowl of Doritos and he takes a shaft.
Yeah.
He likes soggy Doritos.
Well, he doesn't eat them
Oh.
so that they get wet.
They keep them just
has
on the
a
outside of the
shower
shower.
By the way, if you're
Yeah.
cleaning yourself, the dust off of Doritos is a great way to end a shower all over yourself. That seems like that's good stuff. But yeah, I guess about my youngest when he was a kid, like up until he's like 7 or 8 years old, he would sit down in the shower. I always thought it was weird. It's
It's so
strange.
relaxing. It feels like you're in the rainforest.
Yeah, but when you're
Just
8,
sitting in there,
shouldn't you have
you're
a little more
like,
energy? Wake us. He's
Well, I've had a hard
acting
day.
like he's 47 years old. We get ready to go to school, but he's saying, "Oh, another hard day ahead."
"Ooh." You guys were tough on him. He was
Yeah,
he
apparently.
had some hard days there.
Yeah. Boy, what a hard life! Waking up to 30 minutes sitting in a shower.
I didn't sit down in the shower until I was in my 20s.
I've never sat down in the shower. It just seems to go against protocol.
Just like once a year when you're hungover.
Oh, yeah, that's the
yeah.
best, right? When you're trying to like make sure you come back to life.
I just wouldn't shower.
After all these
Or
years,
a flu, if you got the flu or something.
yeah, well, after all these years of having a pool, I just realized in the last few weeks that a great way. Yeah, now a major hangover, there's nothing you can do. But if you got one of those, if you wake up one of those kind of like you're halfway there, there's just a little bit of that little hangover. Swimming is great.
Yeah, you've got the saltwater pool, too.
Yeah.
It's like swimming in electrolytes.
Yeah.
You can drink it.
I can keep my eyes open when I'm under the water. It's fantastic.
By the way, we're looking at data from those that take baths and those that shower. An Australian study says that 70% of those over 80 years old still showered. Only about 8 to 9% bath with regularity.
I'm a bath man. I'll die a bath man.
The bath
Yeah,
is...
you will because you won't be able to get up.
Well,
Wow.
Die a Batman.
Sounds like a superhero. Bath
Batman.
it's not going to happen.
You're about to go down the drain, you vile beast.
It won't happen because after I sit down the first time in the shower, I'll be off to Oregon, lay down in my goodbye pod. I call it my goodbye pod. I'll say goodbye. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 400 North in Alpharetta.
Yeah, it's in 2 right lanes, Eric, 400 northbound at McGinnis Ferry Road, and that is really stacked up the ride back before, I should say, Haynes Bridge Road, almost to Mansell Road, so might want to consider using Highway 9 out of Roswell and through Alpharetta maybe to avoid that big slowdown. Now, better news on 285 northbound in Cobb County. We were contending with a stall in the center lane at South Atlanta Road, exit 16. That has since cleared. Delays, not so much. Still slow leaving I-20. We will watch for that ride to get better. And a crash on I-85 northbound in DeKalb County. That's been impacting the right lane at 285, keeping you on the brakes from Chamblee Tucker. And it's slowing 285 north the outer loop as you leave Highway 78. Highway 78 is Stone Mountain Freeway, just trying to get up to the I-85 interchange. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save on dinner favorites at Whole Foods Market. Prime members get 20% off. No antibiotics ever. Air-chilled bone-in chicken drumsticks, thighs, or whole eggs through August 25th while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
As day breaks, so does the news.
Economic report coming today.
Atlanta's morning news.
Local immigration attorneys raise concerns about a rise in ICE arrests at U.S. airports, including Hartsfield-Jackson.
Find out what's happening.
U.S. Central Command completes what it calls a heavy wave of strikes.
And how it affects you.
Gas prices will likely keep rising.
Atlanta's morning news. Tomorrow morning at 5.
This is the mentality of the health insurance industry.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
I'm Ben. As a licensed Kroger pharmacist,
I'm committed to helping you choose the right vaccines for you and your family. Whether you have questions about the flu, RSV, or COVID vaccines, our team is ready to go above and beyond for you when it comes to providing personalized care and seasonal vaccine education. No appointment needed. At Kroger, we're here to look out for you. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site or pharmacy for details.
Steel Horse Law knows that your bike is made of steel, but your heart is made of gold. If someone causes you to lay your bike down, you deserve the very best from an experienced firm that knows bikers because they are bikers. Eric Von Hassler for Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group. They're local, so they understand the changes to Georgia law, and you'll meet directly with your attorney, not just an assistant like the mega firms. Schedule your free accident evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Mom was right. You need more sunlight.
Imagine your home filled with more natural light every day. Hey, it's Jonathan and Ted from NG Windows.
Brighten your home with Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows.
8 times stronger than vinyl with slimmer frames for more daylight and bigger views.
Experience the Infinity by Marvin fiberglass difference in your home or our Alpharetta showroom.
0% interest available.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Georgia families work hard for their paychecks, and Congressman Mike Collins is there to help us keep more of it. Congressman Collins supported the working families tax cuts, stopping a massive tax increase before it hit household budgets. He voted to end federal taxes on tips and overtime, so servers, nurses, and the working men and women of Georgia keep more money in their pockets. Real relief where it matters most. Learn more about Congressman Collins' legislative work at collins.house.gov. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people. Without destroying your credit, they can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
I have to say, to the forces of nature, this is my statement to the forces of nature. Nope. No way. It's not going to happen. And the force of nature that I'm speaking of is that it just seems like online and through society over the last, 2 or 3 weeks, there's this this thing that says, hey, Eric, you should have an opinion about the WNBA. And it's like, huh? What? Hey, Eric, come on over here. This is exciting. This is fascinating. This is sociological and stuff. I mean, this is important stuff. You need to educate yourself here and have an opinion. Hey, no. The answer is no. I don't care. I don't care about anything that's going on in the WNBA. I wish everybody in the WNBA good, wonderful luck in life and all that, as I do with everybody. But Probably the only thing that's ever going to get me interested in the WNBA is some kind of highlight reel of people playing basketball at a very high level. That would be the thing. I doubt it would have anything to do. If it's something that's going to come up as a daily topic on Fox News' The Five, probably it's not going to pull me to your sport. So I don't. I wish everyone luck. But to the universe that's trying to pull me over here and convince me that I should give a damn and have an opinion, the answer is no.
Sounds like you want dunking. That's what you want. You want more dunks in the WNBA.
I don't know. How does anything get your interest? Yeah, you sort of see something. Oh, I'd like to see more of that.
Well, politics.
Yeah, that's usually the thing in sports that gets me interested is, hey, you've got to have an opinion. Who's this guy that I know this name? Cantor, did he used to be in the NBA, this guy, Enos Cantor?
Yeah, I think he washed out.
Yeah, and now he's probably got a big old, I would imagine, social media thing going. So
he
now
loves
he's
the attention he's getting. He thinks of himself as the hero,
yeah,
because he's trying to protect.
Which, by the way, that's what women love. Men showing up to protect their dignity and their honor when it comes to political stuff. But, reality is, you know what? Just when it's all over, when it's all said and done, write a report. I don't want to read the whole report. Maybe give me a one-pager on how it all worked out. But the answer is no. You're never. I don't give a damn what happens in the WNBA. Alex Williams says 400 North is bumper to bumper through Alpharetta.
Yeah, all due to this crash up at McGinnis Ferry Road. That's just north of Windward Parkway. That's been blocking multiple right lanes, Eric. 400 northbound there. That slowed you back to Mansell Road. They're hopefully getting this thing cleared up, but until then, you can use Highway 9. Now on 400 southbound, there's a crash impacting the left side of the ramp that takes you to I-285. So that ramp is slowing right around Abernathy Road, exit number 5. Earlier crash cleared out of the right lane into Cab, 85 northbound at 285. Delays continue past there, though, up into Norcross toward Indian Trail Road. 75 northbound, that's still just waves of volume between Marietta and Kennesaw. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's the real deal. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year, no commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, or whatever else you can do with your phone, all for half the price and none of the commitment. That means you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Wild. Now, all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all of that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to XfinityMobile.com, or visit your local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile. Select two comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of March 24, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra, $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Online at XfinityMobile.com.
To anyone who avoids HVAC repairs, it's time to leave it to the experts. With memberships that cover regular HVAC maintenance and worry-free repairs, Service Experts keeps your home healthy and happy. Visit ServiceExperts.com to check out today's special offers and promotions.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you make. So after an accident, why trust its repair to someone focused on cutting costs? At RJ's Auto Body Plus, they believe the repair should protect your vehicle, not the insurance company's bottom line. For nearly 20 years, families throughout the area have trusted RJ's Auto Body Plus in Marietta because they don't believe in shortcuts, cheap parts, or rushed repairs. With over 40 years of experience, they know what proper collision repair looks like, and they stand up for their customers every step of the way. They work with insurance companies daily, but they work for you. Whether it's a newer vehicle, a luxury vehicle, or simply a vehicle you care a lot about, their mission is simple: restore it safely, correctly, and with the quality you deserve. RJ's Auto Body Plus, because your vehicle deserves more than a minimum. Call 770-955-5020 or simply search RJ's Auto Body Plus.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right, easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter here for my friends at Southern Exteriors. They've earned hundreds of five-star reviews from families right here in Georgia, and their customers tell the story better than I ever could. So don't take my word for it. Take it from the hundreds of Georgia homeowners who've already given them 5 stars. Choose the 5-star team your neighbors trust and take 10% off your next siding, roofing, or window project. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co!
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB. Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top story, a legend is gone. The iconic Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. In addition to her music, Dolly was known for her philanthropy, her Dollywood theme park, and her Imagination Library program. From a 1982 interview with Barbara Walters, Parton is asked what success means to her.
You know, I've worked hard and I had a lot of dreams. I've worked not only for myself but for other people. And it's like now I want to enjoy, really enjoy the more simple things rather than just going full blast.
Fans will have a chance to celebrate Dolly Parton's life when her Broadway musical opens later this year. Dolly, a true original musical, will begin preview performances on December 7th at the St. James Theater in New York City. It will tell the story of Parton's life in her own words and through her songs. And she has plenty of ties to Metro Atlanta.
Dolly spent several months living in Atlanta while shooting the film Joyful Noise back in 2012. And in recent interviews, Dolly said she would spend quite a bit of time here visiting Atlanta over the years, including frequent trips to see longtime friend and former 9 to 5 co-star Jane Fonda, who called Atlanta home. Now, of course, there were numerous concerts and shows, including her last one back in 2011 in Alpharetta. And in recent interviews, Dolly thanked us for always making the drive up to support her parks in eastern Tennessee. Keith Cromwell, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump orders flags to fly at half-staff for 1 week in honor of Dolly Parton. It is 90 degrees in Atlanta. Does rain return tomorrow, and will it dry out for the weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A plan to boost micro-transit options in Cobb County is up for a vote tonight.
For 2 years, South Cobb residents have had access to a microtransit pilot program. Now, with demand increasing, County DOT Director Drew Ressler says it's time to grow.
South Cobb has provided trips to daily shopping and to medical. We look forward to seeing how an expanded zone and a new zone in Ackworth, Kennesaw can provide the same.
According to an analysis, the expansions would provide access to more than 105,000 additional residents. Opponents have argued the routes are not a good use of taxpayer dollars. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A 79-year-old man from Marietta is killed in a collision with a school bus in Woodstock. Stacy Brown with the city of Woodstock says the man's vehicle hit a school bus with 20 kids on board at the intersection of Main Street and Highway 92.
2 of the juvenile passengers on the school bus sustained minor injuries. One of them was released to their parent, and the other was transported to a local hospital by EMS.
The cause of the crash is under investigation. A dump truck plows into a gas station on Christmas Avenue in Barrow County after the driver loses control due to an apparent mechanical issue.
The dump truck subsequently struck a telephone pole and then continued to the Super H gas station building.
Sergeant Dominic Smith with the Barrow County Sheriff's Office says a store clerk inside the building has minor injuries and the truck driver has minor scratches to his hand. A former Metro Atlanta mail carrier is sentenced to prison time for stealing mail.
It was folks in the Smyrna area who first noticed missing or stolen mail. An investigation in 2024 by the U.S. Postal Service uncovered surveillance video that showed 44-year-old Melissa McAfee taking the mail while on her route. She was swiping checks and gift cards that amounted to more than $1 million. She's been sentenced to 2 years in federal prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release, and she was ordered to pay restitution. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A Georgia nonprofit is helping families in need move from extended stay motels into stable housing. St. Vincent de Paul's Motel to Home program has helped 1,000 families across 40 Georgia counties. Program manager Heidi Evely says housing insecurity is everywhere.
It isn't just in areas people think it is. It is throughout the metro area.
The nonprofit has invested over $2 million to assist families with move-in expenses and keep them housed. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Here is Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, a little better news in Alpharetta. Looks like that crash has cleared out of travel lanes on 400 northbound up at McGinnis Ferry Road. That's north of, McGinnis Ferry Road, That's north of Windward Parkway. We're still slow back to Mansell Road there in Roswell, but those delays should start to improve. Heads up in through Ackworth. There's a crash on Highway 41 northbound and Highway 92. Those brake lights start back around Morris Hill Road. And on I-85 northbound up in Suwanee, I'm seeing a few brake lights out of Duluth from Old Peachtree Road up to 985. 316 eastbound on and off the brakes the whole way from I-85 into Lawrenceville. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies for this evening. Sunset around 8:15. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, increasing humidity levels, becoming partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, high 92. Thursday and Friday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, highs only in the upper 80s. Drying out in time for this weekend, morning lows in the 70s, daytime highs near 90.
Right now it's 90 in Marietta, 94 in Conyers, and 90 in Peachtree City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with this hour's keyword. WSB's A Grand for Groceries giveaway. So listen up, people. This hour's keyword is pays. P-A-Y-S. Pays. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBRadio.com/groceries for your chance to win $1,000. Again, that keyword is P-A-Y-S. Pays. Well, there you go. This is strange. One of those, sometimes you read something and you just think to yourself, not even think to myself. That's the wrong way to put it. It's more like you read something and you think, that's going on? They're doing that? I didn't realize they were doing that. How come it took me 7 years to find out they were doing that? This is another one from the Daily Mail. They do a lot of ridiculous headlines in the Daily Mail, I think. That's why I end up liking it. Because otherwise, you got to talk about the war or something like that. World's oldest... See, I didn't even know there was even one of these. World's oldest lab-grown human brains reach 7 years old.
Whoa, cool.
And scientists think they may have recorded the passage of time.
So how much of this is an actual... Is it just like a...
It's like a piece of the brain. It looked to me like, it's not a full brain.
Yeah.
It's like,
it probably has conscience. Oh, no.
It's
probably like,
get me out of here.
Kill me.
Come on. Smush me.
Can somebody at least bring in a stripper from time to time? Or something? Right. Oh, wait a minute.
Some eyeballs to me,
Yeah,
please?
can I get some eyeballs so I can look around? How about some ears, huh? Maybe I'd like to listen to that new Rolling Stones album. But probably not. I was just bored.
At least give a Baby Shark or something.
That's really interesting, though.
Well, I tried to open the story on my iPad and it wouldn't open. But, I didn't know. I read this earlier, and I had no idea that they're actually doing this. They look like little blobs. So they say that they believe that they've recorded the passage of time, not in the terms of memories, like they remember when they were taken to the beach or anything like that, but just the way that they appear to be learning because they're applying lessons of growth to the next time they have to grow into something else. And so even though it's not memory, it records the passage of time between, I guess, sort of the last time it had to do this and this time, and then it learned. I don't know. I just freaked out by the fact that we're growing human brains. Can you call them human brains if they're synthetic? I mean, obviously they start from stem cells or whatever.
Well, then they must be starting from a human stem cell as opposed to an animal's. So,
but I mean,
what rat brain?
What is the reason for this? Can you look it up, George? I can't open the story.
What if you lose your brain and you need a new one?
You can't find it anywhere.
Then you'll have this one.
And it'll be you when you wake up?
I imagine so. Right?
Why wouldn't it be you? It's just you just replaced your brain.
Yeah.
We know your whole personality's in your stomach. As long as you keep your stomach, you keep your personality.
It's going to help with autism, schizophrenia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. Just kind of understanding how those.
So they're testing it, and what they do with these, they make sure that they don't get anywhere near like consciousness.
Correct.
Even
we
though
put Tylenol in. See how that goes. And if the brain is okay, then we get rid of the Tylenol.
I wonder how people are going to respond to, because apparently there's a new vaccine for cancer that is doing well in the testing and the trials, and that'll be an interesting thing.
Don't take it.
That'll be like with people suddenly, having second thoughts all of a sudden about vaccines. That'd be interesting. That's like, what does that person do? Hey, now here's the thing: is vaccine to me says you get it before you get cancer, right? It's not a It's not a cure. So who would? You see, I would see at my age though. I don't have a lot of cancer in my family, so maybe I have time. As a matter of fact, I don't know of one story of one person in my family with cancer. So that's pretty good in terms. We're heart people. We die from heart attacks and that sort of thing.
But they're giving it to this woman. I just read this article. She had stage 3 pancreatic cancer. They gave her the vaccine, and she's lived.
Okay, so that is not something.
So it's also a therapeutic.
Yeah, therapeutic. Yeah. Now, hold on. We got to see more of a sample size. Now, the way I would normally look at something, because I think that the whole vaccine thing, first of all, it's not. Now, RFK Jr., he is what you could call an anti-vaxxer because he used to be on the left, where, by the way, most anti-vax stuff, that's where it used to live with the hippies in Vermont and the granola people and all that. And so RFK Jr., it's all right to put him in that. I don't think it's all right to say if people questioned one vaccine that only took 1 year and had very little testing, I don't think you call that person an anti-vaxxer. That doesn't mean they're not going to get MMR and some other things. Now, being lied to by the CDC over a couple of years doesn't help. But I don't think that just because somebody doesn't like the COVID one, which happened very fast, even, the name of it to get it out there in time was called Operation Warp Speed. I don't think that, and people can be right or wrong about that, but I just don't think you're an anti-vaxxer.
Operation No Testing.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're not an anti-vaxxer because you're going, I don't know if this one was in the oven long enough. That's basically, but now we've got the RFK Jr., who is an anti-vaxxer, and so there's all of this thought now. I'm reading that more families are taking deferments and not getting the vaccines and all that. But that's a hell of a choice, though. When people come and say, "Hey, we got a vaccine for cancer." Oh boy, we were going to sit down on this one. Are we really going to say no to this? Now, I would, if I had the time, like I would normally do. Let other people take it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, let's see how they do.
See how they do.
But if you had it and they're like, this might work, I would take it.
What was the one you said that it helped with?
Pancreatic stage 3.
Yeah.
Because you don't live through that.
Pancreatic, you try anything. Because usually you're lucky to find pancreatic cancer at stage 3. The problem with pancreatic cancer is
find it too late.
Tends to show up when you're already at stage 4. So
the JRFK thing, isn't he more against the mercury and the other chemicals that are in them?
Yes. Yeah. But he cites studies that I don't listen. Here's the thing,
because you can't get an honest answer from anybody,
right? I have no. All I know, it's like the climate thing.
Yeah.
Right. The thing that I know for sure is that this entire conversation has been politicized. That's all I know for sure. And once I know that a conversation has politicized, then I suddenly stop believing anything. Because once something is a political conversation, then it's more than a debate. The person who wins the debate gets research grants and stuff.
Yeah.
Like political conversations, somebody gets something out of winning the debate with society and all that. It's not a true debate. So I'm not a climatologist, so I can't know everything about the climate. All I do know is that it's been politicized. And the same thing with vaccines.
I took my climate vaccine. It really helped.
Well, actually, it's not helping because we're having the hottest summer we've ever had. So thank you very much. I don't think you're doing much good.
It felt good.
Bill Crane, what the hell are you doing here? My goodness, you showed up early.
I apologize.
That's all right, Bill Crane. Well, you know what? If you
we do have to occasionally work for a living in my end of the world too, and
Oh, well, who are you consulting? Some politician who is asking you, "Hey, Bill, how can I?" Well, I don't want to say lie, but how can I fudge the truth?
we call that messaging.
Messaging. How do I?
Yes. Yeah, you want to give them the best version of the truth that they can actually speak to.
It's interesting that messaging and massaging so close together.
Very close together, like those adjectives and adverbs you were talking about.
Exactly. You like you ever read the listicles, Bill Crane?
Not much of a clickbait guy.
Oh, really? Are you good about that online?
I skip it. I mean, I see it on my phone constantly. Probably the only place it does catch me, and I know you're a YouTuber, is I'll be on YouTube and some stupid video to the right that seems related to the topic, but I'm actually, they catch me occasionally.
I get to the point where I should get like Nerf stuff that I can throw, because when I get interested in a video on YouTube by the way it's described, and then I click it and I hear an AI voice, I want to throw things.
Oh, yeah.
I want to throw things.
It's amazing how many of those AI voices I've gotten to where as soon as I
you just know
TikTok, I know the first word.
What if I told you? What if I told you? What if I told you that Bill Crane is going to come back and we're going to drain. We're going to brain
him good.
We're going to brain him butt good.
That's what happens when you're late.
That's right. We're going to drain the brain of the somewhat late arriving Bill Crane. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 400 South in Sandy Springs.
Yeah, but we found this one on the Jam Cam, Eric. It's on the 400 southbound ramps to take you to I-285. This crash, unfortunately, involving a school bus right here. This is on the 400 southbound ramp, the right side of the ramp that goes to I-285 westbound, the outer loop there. So that is slowing 400 southbound right around the North Springs MARTA station where people try to access that ramp to I-285 and Abernathy Road, so heads up for that. Still seeing some northbound delays through Roswell or through Alpharetta out of Roswell from around Mansell Road up to where we had earlier trouble between Windward Parkway and McGinnis Ferry Road. Now 285 into Cobb County, that ride's starting to slow. We're going to check that ride for you coming up. Traffic brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Chris Chandler here from Atlanta's Morning News, hoping with Paws Atlanta to find a home for our WSB Dog of the Month, Phantom. 9-month-old white pitty with a special reason we want to find him a home. Go to WSBRadio.com/dog and have a look. Our sponsor, Finley Roofing, will pay the adoption fees for Phantom's new family. WSBRadio.com/dog.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Georgia's growing fast. That includes more large energy users like data centers choosing to do business here. The good news? Georgia Power says residential customers won't pay more because of it. Large load customers are required to fully fund the infrastructure needed to serve them, helping protect homeowners and small businesses from added costs. In fact, Georgia Power has frozen base rates through 2028, and beginning 2029, the typical residential customer could see annual savings in their bill averaging more than $100. Learn more at georgiapower.com/datacenters.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Back to school season is busy, I know, but making your home shine, that doesn't have to be one of your problems. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash had my house, driveway, deck, even the roof looking spotless, and I did not even have to be home. Their soft washing keeps everything safe, no damage, just results you'll love. And with more than 2,000 five-star reviews, you'll see why everybody's calling Wise Guys. New customers, mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off your next service. Book today at wiseguysprowash.com. Wise Guys, the wise choice for your home.
Retiring sooner starts with a simple roadmap I call the Retire Sooner Method. Step 1, get into the money green zones. Step 2, build 5 or more hobbies on steroids and spend nearly 20 hours a week on them. Step 3, nurture 4 or more close friends. Step 4, create a written financial plan and life map. Step 5, protect your superpower, quality sleep. Get the Retire Sooner Method, my new green book, now on Amazon.
That's the hard one for me. The sleep. I have to sleep in order to be successful in life. They say life isn't fair, and there's more evidence of it every single day. Once again, this hour's keyword in WSB's A Grand for Groceries giveaway is PAYS, pays. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBRadio.com/groceries for your chance to win $1,000. All right. Now, Bill Crane is here. Let's start, commence the draining of the braining of Bill Craning.
And you know it's Tuesday, so that means it's another primary day. And this time, the eyes of the country are looking at South Carolina and Darlene Graham and whether or not she's going to stay in the race.
I know why you said that, because for some strange reason, she spells her name with an I.
That's right.
Darlene with an I. Darline. Bill Crane, can I just say, before you tell us what you think is going to happen in the South Carolina Republican primary, if the Republicans choose Darlene Graham, then I would have to assume that South Carolina Republicans are the dumbest people ever. I mean, she admitted how bad would her opponent have to be? She admitted on stage she has no idea about Taiwan or China and that whole thing. For a House seat, maybe. Senator, there's only 100. So where do you think that she's going to win this?
I would have preferred that she just handled the caretaker months through the end of this term.
Right.
Myself. But the people of South Carolina, I think how many times they sent Strom Thurmond back, are very traditional and absent a scandal, tend to support the families of as well as the politicians and office holders that they liked. And Lindsey Graham was going to have a tough race on his hands originally. So if she wins, I don't think it'll be by a strong margin. But with the Trump endorsement in one of the most conservative states in the country, I would give her the edge tonight in the special.
Well, then they just must not have brains. Nothing against her, but she doesn't belong there. I mean, this is like being there. Like, she just does not belong there. And you can't be a senator of the United States and not have any opinion on Taiwan and China. I could disagree with your opinion. But the idea, and by the way, Strom Thurmond, lots of reasons. People loved him, people hated him, lots of reasons not to like him, whatever. But he knew about Taiwan and China. There's a basic level of intellectual curiosity about the world that you want to know somebody has had before they run for Senate of the United States.
Yeah,
now,
I would agree with you that the U.S. Senate is supposed to be the highest deliberative body in the United States and something you aspire to and achieve over time, like running from the U.S. House or Congress or even a local state office. So this would not be the choice I would be making if I was in the South Carolina booth or if I was in South Carolina Republican Party. But you asked me.
Yes.
What I think the voters of South Carolina will
I'm not
do.
blaming you. I'm saying I'm agreeing.
And I think they will pick Darlene Graham.
Will she beat the Democrat?
Pardon me?
Will she beat the Democrat?
Yes, I believe so, because, again, it's one of the most conservative red states in the country.
So for 6 years, they're going to send this person up
We
there.
also have
no idea.
special election here today for David Scott's congressional seat.
And this is another family thing, right?
Yeah, similar in that Darcy Scott, although she's only running for the 4 months, the caretaker role.
Okay.
They don't appoint interims under Georgia law. There has to be a special election. So she's running to basically complete promises made, funding $60 million in special grants that Congressman Scott had secured before he passed away in April, constituent services with both veterans and seniors, which was one of his areas of specialty. And she is not seeking the full-term seat.
Okay, well, good.
But she's running against a former Gwinnett County School Board Chair, Everton Blair. Gwinnett County is the largest of the 7, I think, counties that are in that district that's now around the Northern Crescent. And her father was the only person who ever served in the 13th, because when it was created, he ran, he held it. And if he'd completed this term, he would have been 22 years in that seat.
This reminds me, when we're talking about local stuff, something I saw earlier. So there's somebody in Mableton who started a petition because they want to dissolve the city of Mableton. Now, I'm like, what would be the reasons? Is there a possibility that you get like double taxation in the situation that Mableton is in, or is it? Do you get? You find yourself
almost since that city was created, there have been opponents of the city, questions raised about budgets and expenditures. So I can't express that I'm an expert on all things Mableton, but I don't think a petition to essentially uncreate it is going to go far, but it'll get attention.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't hear this coming out of Sandy Springs, is what I mean. Like,
no, but there have been other petitions, or have recalls and other things that periodically pop up. The threshold to actually do it.
Yeah.
How many signatures you have to have versus the last election, the percentage of the electorate that has to sign. They have to be registered voters in the jurisdiction of Mableton.
But I mean, so I hadn't even thought about it, but apparently there are pros and cons as to whether you would become a city as opposed to.
Usually it's about local control and a higher level of service is what
they want to be part of Smyrna. That's what it is.
Is what causes the city to become increased.
Who wouldn't want to be a part of Smyrna?
Vinings, actually.
Well, besides that, Alex Williams says the 285 South Side ride is bunched up in Clarkston.
Yeah, 285 South trying to get into Clarkston slow. Even before that, you're seeing eastbound delays starting out of Dunwoody into Dorville from Peachtree Boulevard over to I-85. Then not going to expect any improvement transitioning from 85 to 285 South, with those delays continuing down and right around Memorial Drive. Northbound's recovering on 285 North through Tucker, trying to get on to 85 North due to earlier 85 North trouble that's cleared. 285 westbound, just a rough go of it the whole way this afternoon from before Chamblee Dunwoody Road. Those heavier delays stay with you over to Riverside Drive, approaching I-75 in Cobb. Then southbound, it starts to slow again from South Atlanta Road down to I-20, the West Freeway. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Reliable Heating and Air warns if some rooms in your home are warmer than others, your AC may not be distributing air properly. Visit reliableair.com today. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus in Marietta. I'm here with Kelly, a satisfied customer. How was your experience, Kelly, with RJ's Auto Body Plus?
My experience was great. I had an accident back in October, and the insurance company approved an aftermarket bumper. And honestly, it just didn't look right. It was wrong color, didn't match, stuck out just a little bit. I went back to RJ's, and I really appreciated them. They went and they fought the insurance company for me. They went back and forth with the insurance company and got them to approve a factory OEM bumper, meaning that it actually goes with my car.
That's a real live customer experience with RJ's Auto Body Plus. Go there now, ladies and gentlemen. Call 770-955-5020 or search RJ's Auto Body Plus. That's RJ's Auto Body Plus, 770-955-5020, or simply search RJ's Auto Body Plus.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Something big is coming. Jared Yamamoto here. And on September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with exclusive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun, and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, so that means right here in Georgia, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AtlantaTalk. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code AtlantaTalk. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by A1 Garage Door Service. Our top story, remembering an icon.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Country music legend Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. In addition to her music, Dolly was known for her philanthropy. Her Imagination Library is part of the Dollywood Foundation, which focuses on children's education and health initiatives. She talked about it earlier this year.
I'm very proud of the Imagination Library. It's where we give books to children. From the time they're born, they get a book once a month in the mail with their little name on it, which inspires them to want to read it or get someone to read it with them.
Alex Stone reports on the early information about funeral plans for Dolly.
They're saying it's going to be small and it's going to be intimate. They had talked about what they would do when she died, that she had the plans for how she wanted the announcement to go, and they say it's going to be small and intimate. That'll be those very close to the family.
President Trump says there has never been anyone like her and never will. He's ordering flags to fly at half staff for 1 week to honor Dolly Parton. It is 91 degrees in Atlanta. When will we see a return of the scattered showers and storms? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The owner of a Fulton County mental health clinic is accused of ripping off Medicaid.
According to the indictment from the Georgia Attorney General's office, Desmond Mall, owner of Family 360 Incorporated, signed the name of a dead psychiatrist on official documents for services billed to Medicaid over a 2-year period. During that time, investigators say Mall fraudulently received over $88,000 in payments from the state's Medicaid program. Attorney General Chris Carr says his office will always fight to protect taxpayer dollars and root out fraud and abuse. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The victim of an investment scam in Cobb County has their cryptocurrency returned thanks to Georgia's White Collar and Cybercrime Unit. The Attorney General's office says the scammer reached out to the victim on social media, claiming to have an investment opportunity on a fake crypto trading platform. After the victim deposited hundreds of thousands of dollars, they were informed all of the money had been lost. The GBI was able to trace a significant portion of the victim's funds to a crypto exchange. Cobb County commissioners consider expanding the county's microtransit program tonight. Cobb DOT Director Drew Ressler says the plan would expand their existing South Cobb service area and create a new zone.
So by expanding into the Kennesaw and Ackworth area, we extend the service area of our transit system. So we create that last mile connectivity.
He says it's a vital option for residents residents without reliable access to a vehicle, but opponents argue the plan is not a good use of taxpayer dollars. Families in extended stay motels get help finding stable housing thanks to a Georgia nonprofit.
About 10,000 Georgia families consider extended stay motels home. St. Vincent de Paul, Georgia wants to shrink that number. Since 2019, its Motel to Home program has moved 1,000 families from motels to stable housing. Program manager Heidi Evely says the program also offers financial courses and saving methods to help them stay housed.
It's not just housing. We're trying to keep them into housing.
Evely says 88% of families remain housed after the 12-month program. Jordan Brown, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia Farm to Food Bank program awards $1 million to 8 food banks across the state, including the Atlanta Food Bank.
We try to spread those dollars out around the state to have the largest impact as possible, but the Atlanta Food Bank has been a tremendous partner of ours throughout the years. We've done a lot of work with them.
Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper says the money will help food banks provide fresh produce and protein to more than 430,000 Georgians facing food insecurity. South Fulton's interim public safety leader wins a prestigious award from a national law enforcement group.
The Equal Justice and Effective Policing Award honors a career police officer who has worked to increase relationships between police and the public, as well as police accountability. Dr. Cedric Alexander gives the credit for reducing crime to the officers in South Fulton.
They embraced the leadership style that I brought with me, and they did the work to make those numbers happen.
Alexander started police work 50 years ago, planning on consulting after South Fulton hires a new police leader. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It's 5:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
It's a slow ride northbound through downtown, Bill. Really has been all afternoon due to multiple trouble spots near Midtown. The most recent one was on 75-85 north, right where 85 splits off from 75 north of 17th Street. Hero just shut down all lanes and reopened them. Got a stall moved off to the right. Didn't do any favors to that ride. 75-85 northbound looks more like a parking lot, almost back to Langford Parkway. Southbound delays continue on 485 coming to their merging point, and on 75 south starting before Howell Mill. Those heavy delays will stay with you down to I-20, and that slow northbound ride is causing I-20 eastbound to stay slow through West Atlanta with brake lights starting back at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit number 53. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset around 8:15. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, increasing humidity levels, becoming partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, high 92. Thursday and Friday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, highs only in the upper 80s. Drying out in time for this weekend, morning lows in the 70s, daytime highs near 90.
91 now in Chamblee. It's 87 in Austell, 88 in Fayetteville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
PB&J, mac and cheese, biscuits and gravy. Some things just go together, like Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows and exceptional installation.
It's Jonathan and Ted from NG Windows. The best windows deserve the best install.
Quick, clean, and hassle-free. Expertly installed to perfection.
Window and door shopping made simple at ngwindows.com.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Buy with confidence and transparency with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Express yourself.
I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. When you buy a vehicle, you should feel confident throughout the shopping and buying process. That's why at Jim Ellis Automotive, we focus on something simple: transparency. We believe in clear pricing, straightforward information, and helping you understand every option available to you. And we'll keep you totally informed every step of the way.
Express yourself.
Choosing a vehicle isn't just about transportation. It's about finding a car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle, something that helps you express yourself. And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can shop on your terms. Search thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles, calculate payments, secure financing, and get a value for your trade. All online, all from the comfort of home. Get started now at JimEllis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Someone calls you to lay your bike down? Get the very best. SteelHorseLaw.com.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement.
and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Bill Crane is with us, and I just want to ask you, Bill Crane, if you think that the President of the United States is threatening to change the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America. Do you believe that this will be the thing that wins the war against those ghastly Canadians?
I've traveled a good bit to Canada. One of my favorite trips, I took a train from Vancouver across the country to Toronto, and they love Americans.
Of course
and
they do.
It's our strongest trade partner. They have been with us in multiple wars. I cannot fathom why the White House seems to want to make an enemy of one of our longest and most ardent supporters and allies. So all I can say is, no, I don't think it'll become Lake America.
But what if it did? Would it win the thing for?
Yes,
you think that would be the thing
it.
that wins it all? It's all bluster, right?
Yeah, it's the
just all
51st state
bluster.
nonsense. I don't. They have 30 million people to our 300 million people. Our economies are complementary. The automotive industry is huge on both sides of the borders, and this tariff thing is about to go in place 50%. There are multiple components that are assembled in one country or manufactured in one country and then go across the lines and then go into a completed vehicle, even a Ford F-150. How much more American can you be than a Ford? But you're going to increase the cost of the Ford F-150 here because the components that are coming across from Canada. Also, good luck to New York, New Michigan, and Minnesota because they don't generate enough power without all that
That's
hydro.
something that Doug Ford was talking about.
And you don't have electricity without things
Yeah.
like Niagara Falls, which happen to generate mostly on that
Well,
side.
this whole bluster, right? This whole thing, it's like with Iran, because we were so stupid that we didn't look at the amount of munitions we had before we went into Iran, and they just decided we're going to win this in a month or something, so it's okay. So now we don't have enough. So now we're going to the economic D-Day and the idea that we're going to have secondary and anybody who deals with Iran, we're going to crush you as well. Except guess what? It's all bluster because he's going to carve out China because China has rare earth minerals that we need. They've already shown this. So we can't go after China in that way because they've got rare earth minerals that we can't build missiles without.
We
All
also
of this,
get our aluminum from Canada and a good bit of our steel.
yeah, I mean, and they are talking about cutting off the power. Now, look, overall, they don't have anything compared to us, and we could outlast them. There's no reason to outlast them. As the Wall Street Journal opined, I think something like the dumbest trade war in history. We're only doing this because the president doesn't like the president of Canada.
Yes.
So it has
does not like
nothing to do
whom
with
he
anything
refers
else.
to as Governor Carney. He does not like him at all. And he didn't
What would
like
someone who would be
his
in
predecessor
defense of
either.
Trump?
What'd you say on him?
Sorry, what would someone say in defense of Trump, like the devil's advocate? Like why? Because for someone
And
who
he's
believes
playing
in him,
3D chess, and the Canadians have been taking advantage of us for decades, which they have not. And
Yeah.
that
Well, listen, I'm sure they're. I'm
and
sure,
that they don't have their own defense,
Yeah.
which they do.
It's
They
us
have a
paying.
70,000 person,
Yeah.
primarily army. They don't have a
These
navy.
are like things that we used to joke about, like, hey, it's like we'd meet Canadian. I'm from New York State. I'm from Western New York. So, you'd meet Canadians and you'd make jokes with them.
About
like,
accents and about
well,
Labatt's
like,
and-
hey, what's it like to be the front porch of the greatest country in the world? Or, hey, are you enjoying our forces keeping it like? And now it's like it's vice presidential rhetoric. It's real, as if it's serious or
There's a bridge that crosses the Detroit River connecting Windsor, Canada, to Toronto, to Detroit.
Yeah.
It's been completed for more than a year.
But that has opened now in the last.
Yeah, but they weren't going to open it because of these same issues for like 6. The traffic is very heavy. There's a tunnel and a bridge and existing that one multi-billionaire owns, and he called the White House because he didn't want the competition. And for like 6.5 months, even though they needed the bridge and even though Canada paid for most of it, they didn't open the bridge. It's just
This guy who ran and campaigned "No More Wars,"
He's picking fights with the neighbors.
Canada. Now, is some of this is this ratcheted up again? I wonder, because the Iran news is so bad. No matter what kind of face they put on it, that they can say, "Hey, yeah, but we're beating the hell out of Canada."
He does understand. Hey, look over there. He does understand distraction. So I wouldn't rule that
I don't
out.
think the American people have any problem with the Canadian people. I think both sides understand that this is about our government. This is any problems that we have, any good diplomats or whatever could be taking care of this stuff, and it wouldn't even make the news. I just really, this is what I think. I think the reason Trump wants Greenland and the reason he wants Canada and all of this
legacy.
And ego. If you're a president that expands the territory of the United States of America, you become one of those presidents that gets talked about for all time. Benjamin Harrison didn't do that, so his name doesn't come up all that often. Other presidents that expanded and like Lincoln won the Civil War and kept the Union together.
And Jefferson.
Yeah, William Jefferson had some other things that make him famous, but
less about
well.
stealing half of Mexico, Canada, or California, and all that. I can't remember who was that. Zachary. Who?
Boy, you're
the Mexican-American War.
We're getting
James
above
K.
mine.
Polk, right? Wasn't he president?
Yeah, I believe
during
he
the war?
started. I wasn't sure who at the end because it was. Yeah.
Even that guy, we don't talk about him all that much. But if Trump, so I think it's really about this, and then Canada doesn't play along. Trump won't stop eating. Every time you see him, he seems to have gained another 20 pounds. He seems out of control.
He's stress eating.
Or comfort foods, right? Is that what that is? Same thing.
I got a lot of stress, and I'm tired, and I'm sad.
It all just the whole thing. I'm tired and sad. Yeah.
Well, you're not the president, and
I'm tired.
Bring me
and
some
sad.
good news. Tough
This
job.
country has gotten very strange.
Yeah, it's true. I have to agree with that guy. This country has gotten very strange. I've just turtled up. But I'm too old to like blink. Oh, hell, it'll be 2 years. And who knows? Who knows is going to be the next. The next president could be The Rock or Oprah or something ridiculous like that. Who knows? Who knows these days? We really are an idiocracy. Bill Crane. Let people know how they can get more Bill Crane.
CSI Crane is the name of my company, and you can Google my column, One Man's Opinion, or you can sign up for it on Substack to come to your email inbox for free. And it's about 90 outlets around the state, closing on 100 actually now, that carry the column, including WSBRadio.com and the other CMG radio stations across Georgia.
I'll read the column when you make 100.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Have a great week.
Take care.
Alex Williams says 20 East is slow into downtown.
Yeah, a lot of it's been due to earlier trouble spots on the connector northbound up in Midtown near 17th Street. They've all cleared. That's kept 20 eastbound on the brakes, though, through West Atlanta to the downtown connector with 75-85 northbound packed in before University Avenue, now breaking free right around Freedom Parkway or Peachtree Pine Street. Still working this crash on Georgia 400 southbound. The ramps to I-285, right side of that ramp is blocked. 285 westbound, that's a rough go of it this afternoon out of Dunwoody into Sandy Springs, passing Georgia 400 with delays starting just west of Peachtree Boulevard and sticking with you over to Roswell Road, exit number 25. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB. I need your attention.
Where you're going is a given.
Use caution as you travel through the area.
How you're getting there.
Major slowdown. That's the question.
The outer loop slow as you leave Truist Park.
Before you hit the navigation
And so
app.
maybe jump north of there and use La Vista Road.
Listen to the people you trust.
Unusual delays with the direction of this crash.
Updated traffic as often as you need every time you listen.
Following extreme delays.
More experience, more reliable, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Triple Team Traffic.
And the delays are growing out of
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Do you notice any gaps between your floors and walls, or are your basement walls bowing? These aren't cosmetic issues. They can be indicators of foundation problems. You need AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. Visit aquaguard.net today to schedule your free inspection. Remember, AquaGuard.
Be careful that what you consume as entertainment doesn't begin to consume you. Interestingly, the roots of the word entertainment mean to capture your mind. We can quickly slip from engaging in mindless entertainment to becoming mindless. The Bible says we are transformed by the renewing of our minds. What we let entertain our brains shapes our souls. This is Tom Gray, and This Stuff Matters.
ThisStuffMatters.net.
You could cut the humidity with a knife. This is Scott Slade, and that's August in Georgia for you. Even the national news came to Ragsdale Heating and Air recently and asked them for their thoughts on how AC units are struggling to keep up lately. So, with the humidity combined with high prices of everything, they've decided to extend their biggest specials of the summer off a new Carrier system. And that comes with Ragsdale's trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. This isn't a third-party warranty. This is Ragsdale's own warranty that's completely bonded in the state of Georgia. You know, things get busy this time of the year with back to school and everything else. So it's good to know you can trust Ragsdale for electrical, plumbing, and insulation services all under one roof. How do I know? I'm one of those over 14,000 five-star reviews, so I know you can depend on them too. I'm still enjoying the benefits from my insulation upgrade years ago. These are great people. Many of their employees have been with them 10, 20, even 30 years. Schedule online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com. And start packing.
Tune in for Retire Ready now at 3 p.m. every Saturday. Get up-to-date retirement insights, market updates, and financial strategies with my retirement advisor, David Nicholas, and the team at Nicholas Wealth Management. That's Retire Ready with Nicholas Wealth, Saturdays now at 3 p.m.
So how do you know you need new windows?
Usually your old windows will show you. They'll be drafty, leaky, rotting, foggy, or have moisture between the panes.
It's Jonathan and Ted from NG Windows. If your windows are sending you signs, upgrade to beautiful Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows to improve your home's energy efficiency, comfort, and curb appeal.
Flexible financing options available.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people. Without destroying your credit, they can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
Schaden means damage or harm. Freude means joy. Put them together, you got harm joy. Or getting joy in another's misfortune. I bring that up, Schadenfreude, because I think I'm experiencing some of it watching these Tate brothers and their final. Now, George, who probably, watched their videos when he was a younger man. Did they teach you how to be a man, George? Did they teach you how to be a real
But they're teaching
man?
young men to be proud of themselves and work hard in the gym and be healthy and
treat
make
women
money
like crap.
And
treat women like crap. They're teaching us
about
Well, treating women like crap is part of the masculine experience.
Well, I guess, yeah. I look at this guy, Andrew Tate, and I think, how did he get any woman to ever sleep with him? His ears look like they've been attached to his head. But here's the thing: it's like there's a story today about because they're in lots of trouble and they're going to trial, and so they're getting into like their wealth. Now, it's probably a little bit of both, a ploy to hide their wealth, which I imagine they have some significant wealth. They've been popular online for well over a decade, right?
No, yeah, probably, yeah.
Or it's true the way that this is true about so many of these so-called social media influencers, because the lawyers are coming in going, look, we've seen these videos. They've got all these Lamborghinis and they got this, that, and the other thing. This is part of their wealth. And this is from the Telegraph. Tate brothers fake their wealth for social media, say lawyers. So the influencers facing extradition for sex crimes rented supercars to generate online engagement, court papers claim. Now, here's the thing. This happens so much, so often. Almost, you could almost say if you've seen a video like this in the last month, it was a lie. You rent a Lamborghini, you park it in your clean garage, and you do a video about how people can be successful like you. And then 3 days later, when the rental's up, the Lamborghini is not in the garage anymore. It's so you can do this. It's very easy. It's not that much money to rent a Lamborghini, a top-line BMW, and whatever you're trying to show off, and then park them. How often have you seen the 3 cars parked in the circle driveway in front of the mansion behind it? Yeah, whoever's standing there telling you something, 9 times out of 10 does not own one of those cars, does not live in that mansion.
Oh, you just noticed my McLaren.
Oh, the McLaren.
Wow.
Hey, I bet you want one. Well, I can tell you how.
Hey, have a seat.
Lamborghini Huracan, $1,295, $1,295 a day.
Right, so that's
you can
something.
make up 10 videos in a day.
Exactly.
Yeah, you write it off too.
I didn't know he was a pornographer.
I didn't know that either.
That's the big controversy with him, is that he
did he start out that?
Yeah, that's how he made his money at the beginning. Is you got women
After
to be
kickboxing, he started a porno company.
Webcam girls.
A webcam girl.
And what was it? Was it legal or was it?
Yeah, it was as well as overseas.
Was it like OnlyFans or was it like
My Free Cams is where she performed.
You get in, you pay money for them to do things or talk to you or.
Okay,
engage.
what do you say she? Is there somebody in particular? There's somebody that brought the charges against him? Is that
one of them was 15 when he got started.
Goodness gracious.
This woman was in Slovakia.
So, well, that's the alleged. We got to say alleged, even if we don't.
That's what it says here.
No, I know, but I mean, that's what if he's on trial, it's alleged at this point. I would imagine, but I don't know. Even if I don't like somebody, I do like to give them the protocol of.
Yeah, he was whipping her with a belt.
Well, that was their whole thing.
Yeah.
That was their whole thing was, you got to show. Their job was to teach 15-year-olds how to make the worst love in the history of the world. If you want to be bad at making love, learn how to do that from the Tate brothers.
Yeah.
Gross. First of all, what's wrong with me? I see guys like this. I could smell that coming a mile away. Like, I just see these guys and go, No, my friends. I've known successful people. The most successful people in the world, these ridiculous tech bros notwithstanding, the most successful people in the world do not peacock. If you see somebody peacocking online about how successful they are, assume they rented everything in the background. Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Starting on the north side perimeter, Eric, where they're looks like about to hopefully clear a crash out of a right lane. I see the HERE units picking up their cones. 285 westbound, the outer loop right at Georgia 400. Delays behind that stretch back toward Peachtree Boulevard as you come out of Dunwoody toward Sandy Springs. And after that, it's on and off the brakes to I-75 in Cobb County. 285 northbound, if you're heading toward Truist Park for the Braves game, it's sluggish starting before South Cobb Drive up to Cobb Parkway. And 285 eastbound, that ride's still pretty slow in Dunwoody from Georgia 400, passing Chamblee Dunwoody Road. Then you're going to hit the brakes again southbound through Tucker from I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making this month unforgettable. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. The Georgia heat is here, and if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Coolray Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Retiring sooner starts with a simple roadmap I call the Retire Sooner Method. Step 1, get into the money green zones. Step 2, build 5 or more hobbies on steroids and spend nearly 20 hours a week on them. Step 3, nurture 4 or more close friends. Step 4, create a written financial plan and life map. Step 5, protect your superpower, quality sleep. Get the Retire Sooner Method, my new green book, now on Amazon.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you make. So after an accident, why trust its repair to someone focused on cutting costs? At RJ's Auto Body Plus, they believe the repair should protect your vehicle, not the insurance company's bottom line. For nearly 20 years, families throughout the area have trusted RJ's Auto Body Plus in Marietta because they don't believe in shortcuts, cheap parts, or rushed repairs. With over 40 years of experience, they know what proper collision repair looks like, and they stand up for their customers every step of the way. They work with insurance companies daily, but they work for you. Whether it's a newer vehicle, a luxury vehicle, or simply a vehicle you care a lot about, their mission is simple: restore it safely, correctly, and with the quality you deserve. RJ's Auto Body Plus, because your vehicle deserves more than a minimum. Call 770-955-5020 or simply search RJ's Auto Body Plus.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story: she was a legend.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
The great Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. TMZ reports Parton was admitted to a hospital in Nashville last night with kidney issues and passed away this morning. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022.
But I feel honored mostly, I think, to be in this house of all this greatness and all this talent.
She racked up 11 Grammy Awards and sold more than 100 million records worldwide over the course of her 6-decade career. Fans will have the chance to celebrate Dolly Parton's life when her Broadway musical opens later this year. Dolly, a true original musical, will begin preview performances on December 7th at the St. James Theater in New York City. And Dolly always had a love for Georgia.
Dolly and her husband, Carl Dean, were married in North Georgia in Ringgold in a private secret ceremony. Now, Dolly saying she wanted to avoid the Nashville press at the time, and Dolly always spoke very highly of Atlanta, spending several months here in 2012 while filming Joyful Noise. And she always made frequent trips here, visiting former 9 to 5 co-star Jane Fonda, who called Atlanta home. And Dolly also played many shows here, her last one back in 2011 in Alpharetta. Keith Gromo, 95.5 WSB.
Governor Kemp calls Dolly Parton an American treasure. As a daughter of a neighboring state, Kemp says her loss is felt all the more in the South, where she was so deeply loved. It is now 90 degrees in Atlanta. When do the rain chances return? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A former Metro Atlanta mail carrier gets 2 years in federal prison for stealing mail.
The U.S. Attorney in Atlanta says 44-year-old Melissa McAfee of Jonesboro was stealing checks and gift cards on her route in Smyrna. It came to light after customers complained about stolen mail in 2024. Federal prosecutors say she stole over 170 checks and 37 gift cards to a tune of more than $1 million. She pleaded guilty to possession of stolen mail. She's going to federal prison for 2 years. In addition to the prison time, she's also going to have to pay restitution. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A second Hall County Sheriff's investigator is fired for misusing flock cameras. Investigator Michael Atkins is accused of unauthorized use of the flock system at least 4 different times for personal use. Former investigator Justin Brown was also fired for using flock to perform unauthorized searches involving at least 2 tag numbers that had no legitimate law enforcement purposes. Both were fired following an internal investigation. More than 100,000 additional Cobb County residents could have access to microtransit if it's approved by commissioners tonight.
The proposal calls for expanding the existing service area in South Cobb and creating a new microtransit pilot program in the Ackworth-Kennesaw area. Cobb County DOT Director Drew Ressler says traditional public transit options operate along fixed routes in major corridors.
But in a suburban county like Cobb, they don't always go to the final destination of where people live or where people work.
During recent public hearings, opponents of the expansion argue it's not a good use of taxpayer dollars. In Cobb County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A fight over a woman ends with a man going to prison for life. 44-year-old Michael Reed was shot to death in February of 2025 outside of the Canton home where David Daniels' on-again, off-again girlfriend lived. Cherokee County prosecutors say the 2 men had been arguing through text messages and on social media in the days leading up to the shooting. Daniel initially claimed it was self-defense. He's sentenced to life with the possibility of parole. A 79-year-old man from Marietta is killed in a collision with a school bus in Woodstock.
Emergency medical personnel pronounced him dead at the scene.
Stacy Brown with the city of Woodstock says the man's vehicle hit a school bus at the intersection of Main Street and Highway 92. 2 of the 20 kids on the bus have minor injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation. It is now 6:04 and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Found the reason for the jam into Dunwoody and Dorville, Bill. It is a stalled big rig in a couple of right center lanes. 285 eastbound, the Interloop Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. That is stacked up the ride back toward the Georgia 400 interchange. I'm looking for new trouble, and I just found it in Buckhead on the jam cam. It's a crash on the left. In the left lane, Georgia 400 southbound at Lennox Road, exit number 2. Those brake lights are starting to grow back towards Sandy Springs. You can use Roswell Road if you want to avoid that. Once you get past it, the delays continue into downtown from the 85-400 merge all the way down to I-20, and northbound just hasn't gotten any better. 75-85 north is packed in before University Avenue. Not much relief till you get past Peachtree Pine Street. Next report is in less than 10 minutes. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset around 8:15. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, increasing humidity levels, becoming partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible, high 92. Thursday and Friday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, highs only in the upper 80s. Drying out in time for this weekend, morning lows in the 70s, daytime highs near 90.
Right now it's 92 in Chattahoochee Hills, 89 in Sugar Hill, and 90 in Kennesaw. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Correctamundo. I'm sorry, Caiaccio. I did the EO part before I got to Caiaccio. Correctamundo, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. This Jared Yamamoto, by the way, is grossing me out. He's got zits. He's breaking out. It's disgusting.
Like a teenager.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy.
No, I should never use the sunscreen stick anymore. I'm not going to do that again.
Hey, guys, I just got back from vacation.
Yeah. I've always used the spray, and then this time it's like all the rage was the sunscreen stick that you use on your face, and I guess whoever I used it after had left their grease all over.
Whoa. That's a mistake right there.
Yeah.
You can use somebody else's spray, but you don't want to use somebody else's stick.
I am learning the hard way now. I'm breaking out.
Because something people can put down. That's just a
Do you wash
life
your face
lesson.
every night?
I do.
Okay.
That's an interesting question. Do you wash your face every night?
Yes, I do.
Doesn't everybody wash their face?
No.
I don't.
No, a lot of people don't.
I don't. I mean, I wash my face a few times a day. I don't make a habit of like
a few
right
times
before.
a day?
Well, I don't know. I take a shower. I guess I don't. No, I take a shower in the morning, and then that's when I get the. But no, you're right. It's probably like once a day. I don't.
But that's just when you're showering.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't like do a whole thing. Usually when it's time for me to fall asleep, it's because I just can't move anymore. So I just I'm lucky to be able to make it upstairs.
Man, as a woman,
so
it was like a whole shebang.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm not a woman. I have to be honest with you. The whole thing with having to take care, and your hair has to, it doesn't have to be that way. You can be, but I'm just saying you can be a bohemian or whatever. But if you're not, when women who are just women who are going into the office every day, just like the men, I just feel like, they must wake up an hour before anybody else.
We do.
Get that whole thing going. That would drive me nuts.
And then if you're like a black lady, you got to do all kinds of stuff to your hair.
You don't have to. You choose to.
No, you kind of have to. With black hair, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Like if you let it grow naturally, it gets real big and weird, and you have to sort of, I guess, shape it to make sure that it's like a fro. Yeah. But otherwise, you need to protect it. Like you got to braid it down, or you got to if you want.
Well, let me just say this:
you got to put a wig on or something.
As long as there's something about what you just said that doesn't get me thrown off the air, I agree. But otherwise, I'm totally 100%. I don't know. Some of these things, you just bring something up now. I just brought up the vaccines thing, and some lady called in. Well, it's quite obvious to me that you have no idea what you're talking. She didn't sound like a virologist. I don't know where. She didn't say, "Hey, Eric, I'm a."
I work for the CDC.
These are my credentials.
What did she? What was her complaint?
Huh?
What was her complaint?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear the whole thing. I just she was just like, you obviously don't know what you're talking about. Actually, she said, let Autumn speak more on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Autumn got her kids vaccinated. What are you talking about? Don't believe her nonsense.
She gave extra vaccines.
she gives them
I did, but I did do stuff at the very beginning, right after they're born, they put this stuff on their eyeballs, I think, for their eyelids and things, and I think it's for hepatitis. I'm like, nope, we can wait. First of all, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And then the first day they're born, they're supposed to have some start of a vaccine. I said, no, we'll wait until the day 3 doctor's appointment.
My kids are born. I was like, whatever you do it.
Oh no. I wouldn't let them take that. I wouldn't let them take the baby. I was like, you can do it in my room. So they had to come in, and I got to hold the baby while they gave them the vaccines.
Oh, well, you think they have a warehouse down in the basement there? Get that kid in here.
No, of course not.
A conveyor belt of kids.
I made the nurse mad. I made the nurse mad because she came in, day one to give that hepatitis, whatever, and I said,
stupid.
I don't think he's going to be having a certain type of sex anytime soon.
Real.
She just looked at me.
It's hard. You have to advocate
You would
for
hope
yourself,
not.
And if you do things any differently, people get a little fussy about it.
No, that's true. And people are somewhat intimidated by doctors and everything. But it's just for me. I just first of all, people weren't squabbling about all this. My youngest child was born in 1990. When was he born? Geez, 97 or 98. He's 28. You put it together. February 20. He's 28 from February.
I don't know how to math.
Yeah, I can math, but I need I need to take my shoes off.
Yeah.
I can do it though. That's the
You
important
need that
thing
cat
for
with
everyone
the
to
29
know.
toes, so that way you can count.
We can count to 21.
Maybe that cat's really good at math.
I don't know what that means. Because I'm assuming
5, 10, 15, 20, and then
I know what
carry
you're
the
saying.
one.
Ah, you go.
I put that open mic in if you want to.
Yeah, should I play it?
Oh,
should
the lady?
Should we play it? It's just like
give me a
but the
second.
thing is, I just don't think I was all that outrageous about the
Yeah,
things
I don't
was
get her
saying.
point.
I was saying that I don't think that you can call all these people anti-vaxxers. I don't know. What side was she on? Was she on the
hard to
Rogan
tell.
side?
I
Or?
can't
Maybe
tell.
she wasn't.
But here's my
talking to
point.
us.
She just likes to bitch.
She's yelling. She's like you don't know anything about it, but then doesn't tell me any reason why I should believe that she knows anything. And then the whole idea. Yeah, you know what? I don't know anything. I didn't raise a family. I haven't lived 62 years. I've never made any decisions in my life at all. No, you're right. I mean, look at me. I'm homeless at 62. Why should anybody be listening to me? It's just opinions, lady. It's just people living their lives, looking at things and going, well, my experience tells me X, Y, and Z. Why does that annoy you? If you've got a different X, Y, and Z, good for you, your life and your experience. But the whole idea, when you say to somebody, you obviously don't know what you're talking about, at the same time you're saying, I'm an expert. You don't have to say that, but by telling someone you don't know what you're talking about, you are making the statement, I am an expert on this topic. But you didn't tell me that you're this or you're that. So in reality, you're not this and you're not that. You're just like me. except you disagree. You have an opinion.
Oh, you're really rapping right now.
I am. Hey, you're just like me. You disagree. You have an
play it. I
opinion.
wanna hear it.
You
1,
have
2,
an opinion.
3.
Okay, listen. I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I might be being too harsh on her.
Yeah,
I have
maybe.
no idea. Go ahead.
Well, Eric, there is one thing that I know, and I know you don't know jack about vaccines or medicine or
Anything.
any of that.
Anything.
So I don't
Life.
I don't know. I think you should speak on it on a very limited basis.
Yeah, okay.
Probably.
All right. Yeah. Why don't you get
Autumn
legislation
has
going?
more
Calm down.
knowledge than the rest of you do.
Why?
So maybe
Why does
you can
Autumn
let
have
her
more
chime
knowledge?
in on
Because you
occasion.
share
I couldn't
certain
even hear
parts with her?
because you're freaking out so much. You need to calm down.
All right.
Calm down.
No.
Namaste, Trump.
Calm down.
Calm down.
I just like the
You're gonna
way
be all right, buddy.
I just like the way that people just write off other human beings. You don't know anything about anything and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, great. I'll tell you what. You get the legislation going, and if it gets passed, then I will speak on it on a limited basis, which, oh, wait a minute. I do. Wait a minute. That's the first time we've talked about vaccines in a very long time.
It's interesting. I don't know.
Should we all take a deep breath?
Why does she think Autumn knows more? Because
Yeah,
she's
I
a
don't
woman?
know. What's her point?
Because she's a woman?
Yeah. Stupid.
Autumn with her fully vaccinated children? Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing is allowed to be spoken of with nuance. You are either all in on one side or the other side. And when you get a society like that, you're living in a time and an era of ignorance. When people simply won't listen to anything that doesn't line up with what they already know, it's really what they already believe, but in their minds, what they already know, then you're living in a time of ignorance. That's all I had to say on that.
Okay.
Because I didn't say anything extreme about vaccines one way or another to
I'm
get that
really-
lady to jump on the
I'm
open mic.
curious what she meant. Like, just trying to figure her out. Like, what does she mean? What is she saying? Why is she seem sort of annoyed with you?
Because she's either way. I don't even know what side of it she's on.
That's
but
what
both,
I'm saying. I
But
kinda
both
know what
sides
she
are
means. She needs to
extreme.
call back.
Both sides are extreme.
We need a second open mic from you, lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
Give me a call. My number's 404.
Yeah. I think better. She might want to write you a letter. Why don't you give the
We'll
whole
talk about
address?
vaccines together.
We do have another open mic, unrelated to this one.
Oh, well, then I'm not interested.
Is she mad? Or
Yeah,
Are they mad?
I don't think so.
They
We've,
yelling at me?
we've had this one for a minute.
Eric Von Hessler, I don't think you've ever had any experience whatsoever in your life at anything. I don't know why you should be able to speak about anything.
Eric Von Hessler. You
Yes.
shouldn't feel the need to explain to people why you have been not talking about politics so much lately. I mean, somebody has to talk about the real important issues, like eggs and spoons. Whether you eat eggs or spoons. Not all heroes wear capes.
Thank you, sir.
8:30 a.m., 74 degrees.
You don't
in
know
King
crap
Rock.
about eggs or
Yeah.
spoons.
One thing I understand about you is you don't know a damn thing about spoons.
That's
Why don't
right.
you
You
let
think
Adam talk
ladles
about
are-
eggs? 'Cause
Huh?
she knows how to eat eggs with a spoon.
That's right. Let Autumn talk more about ladles.
We should do two segments. One on vaccines where I'm all completely on the side of the left, and then another one where I'm all on the right, and then just listen to the open mics that come afterward. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 400 South in Buckhead.
Yep, left lane knocked out with this one, Eric. I see it on the jam cam. 400 southbound at Lenox Road, exit number 2, and that is causing brake lights as you try to make your way into Buckhead out of Sandy Springs. So heads up for that if you're trying to make your way into Buckhead or even south of there into Midtown. Now 285 eastbound, that ride's a struggle out of Sandy Springs into Dunwoody, and that's due to a stalled tractor trailer that's in a couple of right center lanes at Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. They got some tow trucks on scene to try to clear this, but until they do, that ride is not going to get any better. If you get on 85 northbound out of DeKalb into Gwinnett County, still seeing some brake lights leaving 285. It's sluggish past that as you make the drive up into Norcross and Duluth, breaking free around Pleasant Hill Road. 75 northbound, only a tap of the brakes out of Marietta into Kennesaw from 575 up to Chastain Road. Traffic brought to you by Kroger. Your new Kroger Marketplace is now open at Mundy Mill, featuring a wide selection of cheese at Murray's Cheese Department, a full-service pharmacy with a drive-thru and more. 4085 Mundy Mill Road in Oakwood. Next report in less than 10 minutes. this from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Back to school means back to school lunches and snacks.
And the price of groceries keeps going up. But we have the solution.
WSB's Grand for Groceries. 5 chances a day to win $5,000.
Yes!
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday. Enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
Thank you.
Your first chance to win is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
WSB's Grand for Groceries.
It pays to get your news from 95.5 WSB.
If you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. One of the most stressful things about selling your home is not being able to control the timing. Mark Spain Real Estate allows you to receive an all-cash offer on your home and close in as little as 21 days. Hassle-free, guaranteed. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Gear up this fall with the new All-Pro battery by Steel. Tackle any task with 60% more peak power. Exclusively available only at your local Steel dealer. 60% peak power. Comparison between AP300PC and AP300S.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
You know, I just ate, I believe our friend Edie left a great banana sort of pudding kind of cake thing out there.
Looked delicious.
With Nilla wafers and all that.
Ooh.
And I saw it and I was like, okay, I like Edie's stuff. And I filled up a cup because there was no, I filled up a plastic cup with it. And then I ate it all down. It was delicious. And then I remembered, oh yeah, right before I went on the air, I had a honey bun with coffee.
And then your tummy bothered you.
Yeah, no, I can't understand.
Double treat day.
Yeah, I guess so. Does it work the way that's like if I have no dessert tomorrow, then it's a wash?
I don't think it works like that.
Ah, come on. It works its way out by the end of the week.
Just living one sugar buzz to another there.
Hey, I think this Natalie Harp stuff is starting to get, the administration is starting to take notice because, they had the Indy 250 in D.C., going around D.C. I watched a little bit of it. I forgot that it was going on when it happened. If I'd remembered, I would have tuned in. But my YouTube TV just knows me well enough to tape any motorsport, any kind of racing gets taped. So I was able to, or I use the term tape, but you know what I mean, records. And so I went back and I watched a little bit of it. And it's certainly looked like it was a fast course. There didn't seem to be a lot of corners. So, although the streets of D.C. I've never seen Indy cars bumping or just jostling as they go. I mean, the streets of D.C. are not, there's like potholes. There's all kinds of like ribbons in the street going. I don't know how the streets are normally, but not really built for this, but that's okay. That's the challenge to the drivers. But when the White House, when they do these big events, then the White House has like a photo gallery that they put out online. And apparently, any photo that Natalie Harp was easily identified in, they crop her out of the photos when you get to the White House version of the photos.
Wow, John Ossoff, trendsetter there.
They did tell camera people who were across the way, stop shooting the president. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I did.
No, I did not see that. Do we have audio of that? Can we find it?
I don't know if you could hear it.
Right. Is this like something that's going on in the with the camera people?
It might be. Yeah.
It was somebody with the president, right?
Yeah.
Saying stop shooting the president, and I think that they responded like that's an unlawful thing to do. Like I'm allowed to shoot the president.
Right.
Yes, of course. This is he's watching the event
in a public place.
In a public place, an event that he put together for the most part.
You're not a flock camera. Stop it.
Yeah. Only flock cameras.
That's right.
Those are the only good cameras.
Yeah.
Well,
those keep us all safe.
Exactly. We're all much safer because of the flock cameras.
I gave one the finger today during my walk. I hope I don't get in trouble.
Well, the truth is that it's with the flock cameras is both things are true. That's why it's so difficult to have these kind of conversations. The flock cameras, probably in the beginning when you put them into an area that it's high crime or whatever, you're going to see a dip in crime. People don't, the word will get out. You're going to be seen if you do this or that. So the flock cameras probably will result in a dip in crime. But they will also be abused. And they will
been already, so.
Right. Well, but that's an easy one. The abuse that we know of it's very easy. And I think they've fixed that already. And the way you do that is any cop now has to give a case number before they can go into the flock system. And once you put a case number in, that means your local people know that you went into flock, that kind of time. They were allowing, deputies to go in there and just look where their ex-girlfriend is shopping or something like that was.
There was one instance.
That was just very easily just the fact that you have you got to put in a case number as to why you're going into it.
One case here in Georgia, I believe this was in Dallas, Georgia, the officer was looking at his ex-girlfriend's location over 500 times a day.
Yeah.
Literally was just tracking her wherever she went.
Because men are insane. And so are some women. But, when it comes to these kind of things, men and women can act insane, and you don't want to hand anybody a tool where they could be harmful. But getting back to Natalie Harp here, there's a story after the letters and everything, but I'd read this, but I saw it again. So a new report claimed that Natalie is so dedicated to President Trump. I think this is when she was trying to become part of the campaign in 2020. She's so dedicated to President Trump. She spent a summer living inside a locker room at his golf club in New Jersey so she could stay with him.
What?
That makes no sense.
Yes.
There was
no place for her, I guess.
But she's still part of the team.
I think this was when she was kind of in that acquaintance circle. I guess she was allowed to be around.
Yeah, what?
But she wanted to be further. She wanted to be further on the in circle, I guess. And in order to stay, in the loop, she didn't want to go back home or wherever. So she would just sleep.
5150, this woman.
I think there's a possibility that there's some nuttiness going on here.
No possibility.
It's like there's a possibility.
Gosh, I just don't know if there is.
Yeah,
but
I'd need a professional to step in. I don't like to make a diagnosis on the radio.
Guys, she's just really good at her job.
That's what.
Okay, she's
dedicated.
committed.
When did that become illegal?
Yeah.
Being dedicated at what you do. Alex Williams says there's a stalled big rig on 285 East in Dunwoody.
Yes, sir. They got the cones out behind this one, Eric. 285 eastbound, the Interloop Peachtree Boulevard. Now basically 3 right lanes blocked here at Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31, and that is going to keep that ride in bumper-to-bumper mode all the way back to Georgia 400. Don't take 400 South as an alternate because we're still dealing with a crash in the left lane in Buckhead on 400 South at Lennox Road, exit number 2 that's keeping you on the brakes as you leave Sandy Springs. Elsewhere, I found a stall. It's in the right lane in DeKalb County, I-20 eastbound at Columbia Drive, exit 66, causing those delays to start a little bit before Candler Road. So just stay to your left and you will get past that without any issues. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Reliable Heating and Air wants you to know that if you are heating and air recommends that if you're a musty smell from your AC, it could mean moisture buildup. You can let Reliable Air check it out for you. Just visit reliableair.com. Next report is in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
Something big is coming. Jared Yamamoto here. And on September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with exclusive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun, and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, so that means right here in Georgia, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AtlantaTalk. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code AtlantaTalk. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Georgia homeowners, you've already bought new windows, you just don't know it yet. Let me explain. I'm Ray, founder of Window Comfort. Every month you pay your electric bill, every month you pay your air conditioning bill, every month you pay your heating bill. You're already making payments on old windows. Most homeowners think replacing windows is expensive, but keeping old, inefficient windows is usually way more expensive. It adds up year after year. That's exactly why we built Window Comfort differently. We go factory direct, no franchise fees, no bloated markups, just premium replacement windows at prices that actually make sense. And right now we're making it easier than ever. Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, free installation, and no payments for a full year. So go to windowcomfort.com and get your no pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top story, there was no one else like her.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Country music legend Dolly Parton is dead at the age of 80. Philanthropy is a big part of Parton's legacy. Earlier this summer, Dolly thanked Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce for making a big donation to her Imagination Library.
I was just told that you two are making a donation of $2 million to my Imagination Library. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blown away and overjoyed with that gratitude.
She established the Imagination Library in 1995 in honor of her father, who never learned to read or write. Alex Stone reports Parton's longtime husband died in 2025.
They were coming up on 58 years together when he passed away last year, and she said she even neglected her own health to take care of him, that they had quite the love story, and she says it was one for the ages, and that they really did love each other.
The family is planning a small private funeral. It is 90 degrees in Atlanta when there is a return to the scattered showers and storms. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A mental health and addiction therapy facility owner in Fulton County is accused of ripping off Medicaid.
$88,000 is how much Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr says Desmond Mall received in fraudulent Medicaid payments over a 2-year period. During that time, Mall, who is the owner and operator of Outpatient Therapy Center Family Family 360 Incorporated, is accused of signing the name of a dead psychiatrist on official documents for Medicaid services. In addition to 1 count of Medicaid fraud, he's also been charged with 32 counts of false statements and writings. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Cobb County commissioners consider expanding the county's microtransit program tonight. Cobb DOT Director Drew Ressler says the plan has 2 parts.
That will expand our microtransit zone in South Cobb and then create a new microtransit zone in Ackworth, Kennesaw.
The cost is $2.50 to ride. He says it's a vital option for residents without reliable access to a vehicle, but opponents argued the plan is not good use of taxpayer dollars. A Georgia nonprofit looks to provide stable housing in metro Atlanta, one family at a time.
St. Vincent de Paul, Georgia is moving families from motels to homes to combat housing instability. Program manager Heidi Evely says the program came about while she was a volunteer helping families.
We would get a tremendous amount of phone calls from families living in hotels with their children, have income, they just can't get out. They couldn't afford the first month's rent, the down payment needed to move out because the hotels are so high priced.
Now the program has moved 1,000 families into stable housing since 2019. Jordan Brown, 95.5 WSB.
The Georgia Farm to Food Bank program awards $1 million to 8 food banks across the state, including the Atlanta Food Bank and the Food Bank of Northeast Georgia in Athens.
It's just a win-win for our state. It's a win for our farmers. It's a win for families in need, and it's a perfect example of the Department of Agriculture, our Georgia Grown team, and farmers stepping up to the plate.
Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper says the money will help food banks provide fresh produce and protein to more than 430,000 Georgians facing food insecurity. A national honor for South Fulton's interim public safety director, who wins the Hubert Williams Equal Justice and Effective Policing Award.
After just 1 year at the helm of the public safety of South Fulton, Dr. Cedric Alexander reduced crimes of aggravated assaults, auto thefts, and robberies by 48%. He finished the police academy 50 years ago.
Never thought that 50 years later I would still be involved in public safety, even though I took a hiatus for a period of time to go do a doctorate in clinical psychology.
Dr. Alexander says his most rewarding experience was as leader of the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives, or NOBLE. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It is Election Day in Georgia's 13th congressional district. Polls open for about another 30 minutes. The race will determine who will fill the remaining term of the late Congressman David Scott. His daughter Marcy Scott and former Gwinnett County School Board Chairman Everton Blair Jr. are facing off for the seat. It is 6:34 and time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Some better news in Buckhead, Bill. The crash cleared out of the left lane thanks to our HERE units. They were able to get that one to the right shoulder. All lanes are back open. 400 south at Lennox Road. So that is good news. South of there, I'm still seeing brake lights toward Midtown and down and through downtown, starting on 85 south at 400. You stay slow 75, 85 south down to I-20, and same story northbound 75, 85 north, still bunched up from Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. They're still trying to tangle with this stalled big rig that's in the two right lanes, I should say, in Dunwoody. 285 eastbound, the inner loop at Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Keeping you jammed up there back into Sandy Springs as you leave Georgia 400. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset around 8:15. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, increasing humidity levels, becoming partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible. High 92. Thursday and Friday, mostly cloudy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Highs only in the upper 80s. Drying out in time for this weekend. Morning lows in the 70s. Daytime highs near 90.
Right now it's 89 in Noonan, 90 in Midtown Atlanta, and 87 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
With good health comes a happy life. But finding free, trustworthy medical advice can be challenging. Good news for you. WSB and the medical professionals at Northside Hospital are here to help. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital, a weekly show dedicated to helping you live a healthier and happier life. This week, we'll be joined by obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Sabrina Faulkner to discuss menopause, weight management, and fibroids. Sunday at 8 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com. And start packing.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
The wait is over. AC/DC's back live Power Up Tour this Thursday night. Mercedes-Benz Stadium with the Pretty Reckless. Don't wait. Buy your ticket right now. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. August 27th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Don't miss AC/DC. Oh, yeah!
Hey, Von Hessler, since you don't know everything about everything, you should not have an opinion about anything.
I agree.
You're here.
I absolutely agree.
So shut up.
But that's an opinion, but you agree.
Well, no. I concur. Oh.
Right.
I can't even concur with somebody else's opinion.
You can concur. You're not affording us an opinion.
I'm not saying it's my opinion. I'm saying I agree. But then, if I say I agree, then that's an opinion. That's my. Suddenly, it becomes mine.
You concede?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
concede.
Yeah.
I'm giving up.
Okay. All right. Yes, I think giving up is what people want from you.
That's what they want. That's what we've seen the research.
Yeah.
People want me to give up. Everyone in the research, I'd tune in for that. If that guy, if he just gave up, that would be wildly entertaining. A little entertainment news here. Actually, I was.
Didn't you want to hear them Secret Service?
That's
telling
right.
people?
Yeah, George Clark actually went and found that audio.
Nice.
Okay, so this was back channel stuff. So basically, it was going in the broadcast. So when you're watching a live event, you see the camera people. They all have stuff in their ear, and there's somebody that's directing them. And this sounds to me like it's from the government, Secret Service, whatever, to the director, right? It's
a bunch of camera people, several camera
people at the same time. But it seems to me like
networks.
There has to be someone who goes. So how long is this?
It's looks like it's about 6 seconds.
Now this
20
is
seconds.
so this is weird because like the president is there. This is his thing. He's in a prominent
suite.
You can't even really call it. Yeah, he's in a suite. I mean, it's a street course, so the whole thing is pop up. So it looks more like when presidents stand for a parade. You know, like that area with the bulletproof glass and all that. They're in like that kind of thing, and it's right there. And this is his event basically. And then suddenly they start telling Fox. Is it Fox that? Indy is
all of them.
Yeah, Indy is all Fox. And then they got this message to stop pointing the camera at the president.
Stop the president right now.
We can't hear this. I'm sorry, but the cars are just too loud.
He says it again.
Yeah.
Hey, stop it now.
But you listen to it good. So what exactly happens
He
here?
says, take the cameras off the president. We need you to take the cameras off the president momentarily. And they say, well, we're with the networks. We're filming the president.
Right.
He goes, well, you got to take them off momentarily. We'll get back with you.
Well, he said momentarily. He didn't say, the whole race. I don't know what momentarily might be there. It might be somebody needs to tell Natalie to move a little further to the left. That's my guess. Now,
Melania was next to him the whole.
Yeah, and so Autumn brought this up yesterday. I hadn't seen it. They appeared to be in a very intense conversation, and of course, thank goodness, I found the Irish Star with this lip reader exposes Donald Trump's tense chat with Melania amid Natalie Harp scandal. Now, the thing is, you go through this, and even the best lip reader is not going to be able to get it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Well, is the lip reader deaf? That's the only lip reader I'll listen to.
Yeah, that's somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
They need it.
That's a pro.
After whispering in Trump's ear, Melania leaned back and appeared to say, this is according to the lip reader, that is private and valuable text. And then the president replied, was it enough? So I don't know what he was talking about that. Then Melania admitted, then said, "I don't know." To which the president is said to have demanded, "Then I need to see it." At that point, the first lady.
Private text. It's very valuable.
At that point, the first lady appeared to say, "Donald, listen, I'm gonna go."
Donald, listen. I'm leaving. You're dumb. I hate these cars. Too loud.
Well, then get out of here. I don't care.
Then Trump, according to the lip reader, told his wife, "Listen, she asked you not to close the door." You see, I don't think we're getting what's actually being said here.
No,
I think this is bad trend. Hey, listen, I told you not to close the door. And then Melania asked why, and then Trump supposedly replied, "It's bad news, but it's a bad timing, Melania."
Maybe he gassed her out. The
bathroom could be that.
Inside the room.
Yeah, leave the door open, air it out a little bit. I really dropped a big one.
Poor Melania was getting gassed out.
That's crazy, Melania replied to.
That's crazy.
Well, I know it is, but it stinks.
So Melania says that's crazy before whispering in her husband's ear, and then he appears to reply, according to the lip reader, "I've had enough of her." Then Melania once again leaned in and whispered in Trump's ear. Maybe they realized that this lip reader was watching, and that's why they called him and said, "Hey, stop, just momentarily. Until we send someone to knock on this lip reader's door."
The rocks are awfully cold today. We better put them next to the donkey.
Watermelon.
Well, it's very fruitful, and I like the ones without seeds.
It says, so then he says, "I've had enough of her." Then after she whispers again in his ear, he says, "Obviously, I'll see and talk to her in the morning."
Okay.
Ooh.
Natalie.
Well, that's it. You assume.
Well,
no,
Ivanka.
Well, I don't think you can tell the difference between the two.
Well, I mean, did you see Ivanka surfing? Wow, what a butt. I'm just saying.
Have they,
what a dumper.
Have they stolen that island from, where are they? So is that Bulgaria or something? Or
she was surfing in the Caribbean somewhere.
But I mean, that island that they're trying to take,
yeah.
and nobody in America, like these stations are not covering this. And in this country, like Bulgaria, wherever it is, there's like 10,000 people in the streets of the main avenue protesting that the Trumps are coming to steal this island.
It's
Albania. And this, I don't know. I don't watch you watch, Jared. You're forced to watch these shows. Is this being covered at all?
No, nothing this morning about it.
Every once in a while, I'll see a picture online, and it'll be like 10,000 people in the streets that are protesting against this.
Not a
Fake
peep.
news.
And I jumped from.
Fake news.
It is fake. I don't care for it.
I was watching ABC, Fox, CNN, and
All
a
at the
little
same
bit of
time.
Newsmax. Yeah, I can double screen. I can do two at the same time. But I usually
Don't they all say the same thing?
Pretty
basically?
much.
I mean,
Pretty much. After a while, once you
the story count. Like, it'd be interesting to see. Like this, I can't imagine people who. Well, my friend Stefan does. I guess he's just the right demo. He and his wife watch ABC Evening News every
My
night.
wife likes David Muir.
Yeah, that's them too. They like David Muir. But I would, if you put like all three of them side by side, and just did the story, I'll bet you that most nights, not only do they cover the same stories, but I'll bet you they almost cover them in the same, like in
verbiage.
No, not well. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the same order.
It's close.
I'll bet you that they're all
It's very close.
Basically, it's just.
The leads are always the same.
Yeah.
And then usually the
like
kickers.
Today, the lead's going to be Dolly Parton. That's an easy one.
Yes.
That's an easy one. But they'll get through that pretty quickly because it's not political. It'll be the first 5 minutes or something. They'll do a retrospective of her career. And then after that, so that'll be an outlier for today. That's an easy one. Everybody's going to.
Then Canada.
Canada will be first. Well, I don't know. Does Canada go before Iran? Well, I think Iran's like in a plateau right now.
Iran just apparently launched missiles at Jordan, so that probably would jump before Canada.
What did Jordan do?
Yeah, she didn't do anything.
Yeah, what the heck, right?
Was it Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
It might be.
No, that's Jordan. But Jordan's a nice person.
I know.
Yeah. Hey, boy.
Chad got involved too.
Her dog's missing a leg.
Maybe we just
Poor
have to empty all of our. I think we just have to have every last missile on Iran.
I thought you meant something.
Once I heard that, I was just
Do we have any more? Would Bill be okay with it?
Do we have any more missiles?
Yeah.
We got a few.
Okay.
We got a few. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It only takes 1 to 3 years to build a missile. I read this. I was like, what?
We can't build drones in like 2 seconds?
Once you get
Fill it with gunpowder and send it in the sky.
They used to use cannonballs. What happened to the cannonball?
Why does it take so long? What do we need, a GPS?
You
Let's
put a
go.
little powder in it, you light it, and shoot it in the air. Boom.
You know, it's obvious to that lady who called in with an open mic, Jerry Seinfeld, that you know nothing about war.
It's obvious I don't.
And you should speak about it in a very limited fashion. Alex Williams has better news. Well, it's about time. We're about to get. This is the better news time for Alex Williams on 285 East in Dunwoody.
Had to save it for the end, Eric. That is right, my friend. That stalled tractor trailer, they were finally able to get it out of the roadway, 285 eastbound, the inner loop at Peachtree Boulevard, exit number 31. All lanes back open, so that jam back at Georgia 400 will start to improve. And in DeKalb County, they were able to get the stall there out of the right center lane, 20 eastbound at Columbia Drive, exit 66. If you're traveling on the downtown ride, I'm still seeing brake lights. Connector northbound, north of Langford Parkway, up toward Peachtree Pine Street. Southbound, a full house from the 85-400 merge as you pass Atlantic Station in Georgia Tech. Traffic brought to you by Resurgence Orthopedics. Trust Georgia's largest orthopedic practice with nearly 100 physicians across 25 locations. Resurgence Orthopedics. Schedule your appointment today at resurgence.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Aram.
Joining us on the show.
He's got the connections.
It's First Lady Marty Kemp and her husband Brian.
And the insight.
We might need some spending cuts because the well is going to run a little drier.
If it's happening here, he's completely aware.
I didn't feel it yesterday, but there was an earthquake centered in Lilburn.
Mark Aram. Tomorrow at 9, 95.5 WSB. Atlanta's News and Talk.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items. Then carefully pack your order in our refrigerated trucks. And our cool trucks keep your food fresh right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If you've been thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home fast and for more than you expect. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. One of the most stressful things about selling your home is not being able to control the timing. Mark Spain Real Estate allows you to receive an all-cash offer on your home and close in as little as 21 days. Hassle-free, guaranteed. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
When it comes to public safety, Georgia has a voice in Washington. Congressman Mike Collins. Collins wrote the Laken-Riley Act, signed into law by President Trump, requiring federal detention of illegal immigrants charged with serious crimes. Collins wrote the Trank Act, signed into law by President Biden, cracking down on fentanyl-laced tranquilizers. 2 laws, 2 presidents, 1 priority: protecting Georgia families. Learn more. Visit collins.house.gov. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard Offers, you don't just get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard Offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Dave Baker here. If you've ever had to sort through a pile of lumber on the job site, you know that's time you don't get back. That's not good. That's why builders trust Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers stocks premium lumber that's straighter, cleaner, and ready to perform, not something you have to pick through board by board. And Randall Brothers understands what quality means when your name is on the project. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries, randallbrothers.com.
I believe we have another, as long as people are yelling at me.
Shut up.
More open. We have all these satisfied customers. We ought to give them the microphone every once in a while. Wow.
Von Hassler.
Stop that. From that first part, was that the beginning or the end? All right, go ahead.
Von Hassler, your flock argument is flawed. On one hand, you claim that flock solves crime. On the other hand, you claim that it enables crime.
Huh?
You need to pick a side. I think it's obvious. The more cameras are around, the more crime is solved. It's not that hard.
Boy, do government folks love a good citizen like that?
Wow, that's crazy. He doesn't sound like somebody that would be like, get more cameras on my property that the government can see what I'm up to.
Get on my property.
Again,
get on my property.
What I said was that crime would go down. I said that. But the point, if you believe, sir, and you have such trust in your government that these flock cameras are not becoming and will become a large part of the fabric of the surveillance state, then I think you're silly. Now, if you would say, oh, yeah, I know that, Eric, but I don't care about that because crime's going to go down, then we'd have something to debate about. But I did not say that flock cameras make crime go up. I said the government will abuse their power. And it's interesting to me that you hear that and go, well, I can't imagine such a thing happening. Why would our government abuse power that it has? That's crazy. And so I have to assume he's a fan of the current administration, because if he wasn't, he wouldn't want to become part of a surveillance state. But that's the point is that both things are true. I mean, obviously, if you put cameras in places everywhere, the word gets out amongst criminals, you're going to be seen, then you do something else, right? You do it a different way. And crime will go down. But that guy who just left that open mic, he's like, oh, no, the government's not going to abuse it. It's only here to help us. Boy, does the government love a good citizen like that.
Marks in the right direction.
But meanwhile, he's not wrong. Crime will go down. The question always is that freedom is scary, and, how much of your freedom are you willing to give away? How much of your rights to, privacy is a right. How much of that are you willing to give away? Now, I know what you're going to say. You are in public, but the music's going, and I can't really, we'll get into this maybe in another day, but the problem is that the old rules don't apply anymore, because what these companies can do with public footage is so far beyond what they've ever been able to do. They match your face with your Facebook, with your Instagram, with your shopping habits, with everything, and created a bio out of everybody. We're in different times now. Yes, it used to be, hey, you're in public, you have no right to privacy. But now they can use your public exposure and match it with a bunch of other stuff and just kind of create an entire bio. And then when your face is recognizable, hey, look what the government's got. Hey, I know who that person is in the crowd, and I know their last purchase, and I know, oh my goodness, and I also know that they're seeking counseling. Okay, how much of this do you want to give up in order for crime to go down? That's a legitimate question. Always been around. All right.
Maybe in the future, Eric, before the theft,
they'll send a coupon out if they see you about to take an item. Like, hey, here's a coupon instead.
Yeah, well, there's got to be
$2 off.
something in it for the citizen every once in a while.
Steal one free.
But again, yes, crime will go down. That's part of it too. All right, that music's telling us two things: shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us, we do what we're told. We're good people like that. Shelley Winter's up next with a great radio show for you, as usual. We're going to come back tomorrow and do a Hump Day edition of this here show, starting at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't